of Christian Watson's dad and not Christian Watson.
Oh, absolutely. Christian Watson is an
And then
angel.
he's doing the, well, who do you think raised and nurtured him to be a certain way? Like being like, well, I made him
his
this way.
mama?
Gosh.
Somebody said it takes a village, and unfortunately for him, you weren't the whole village, which I thought was funny. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. Packers fans don't want Watson gone, at least in real life. But yeah, on this app, his dad doesn't help matters. And of course, he sees that and goes off on this person and everyone tweeting at him. Look, you bleepers.
Oh, wow.
Who gets on here with this bleep to have the dumbest bleep? And then, have you not observed Christian Watson as a human being, as a teammate you claim to support? Besides, those of you who don't like him are making it clear that a president family support system, like me, name even one negative character report on this young man. Now, who exactly do you think raised and nurtured him?
Potty mouth.
He should take a page out of Christian Watson's book.
I know.
Christian Watson's been outstanding.
I know.
but his dad
I
has
feel
been
bad for Christian Watson.
Nothing but a
Yeah.
distraction.
I don't like the fact that his dad is trying to live through his son. Like, his dad, he made it. He had a chance. Like, NFL. Like, a guy was an NFL guy. And I think it was shortly lived. But now he's trying to live through his son. And at a certain point, you have to say, Mr. Watson, you have to say, congratulations to myself for raising a great kid, but more importantly, for raising a kid that's actually an impactful player in the NFL. Now let your son have his time to shine. You are more a distraction to the Green Bay Packers fans. I can't say organizations, but to fans than your son is. That is an absolute problem. We don't know who most people's parents are, but we know who you are, and you purposely take away attention from the son that you raised that is a hell of a son. So I'm just saying, take a step back a little bit and let your son grow and thrive on his own. You don't need to be front and center. He tweets more than his son does.
He tweets more than anybody on the Green Bay Packers do.
And the thing, if it was about like just football, fine. But the problem is that
It's about other players on the team.
He blurs the lines.
Correct.
To me, it's completely inappropriate for you to blur the lines. And the reaction that him and his other son had to the drafting of Matthew Golden was completely inappropriate.
But that's where we're at. We're at a place now where we had the family comment about the drafting of Matthew Golden, the first-round pick. We have Romeo Dobbs, who, for whatever reasons, it could be mental health or whatnot, went AWOL. But he went AWOL, and that's something that, unfortunately, when you have to do a wellness check on somebody, and it's like kind of because of targets, that's what kind of came out
about that, yes,
but he was like targeted very equally to everyone at that time, coming off of a game where he had lots of targets as well. And then came back and had 2 touchdowns and smiles. So I don't know what's going on there. Dontavian Wicks was tweeting after Josh Jacobs was at the Super Bowl, mentioning a wide receiver one.
4 crying, laughing faces and a thumbs down.
And now Jaden Reed's having a meeting, and I'm just like, who are you? Who are you guys to think that you have this power? You're not. Look, you guys don't have any power at all. None, especially in the NFL. This is the NFL. This isn't the NBA, where we do talk about scenarios in which players can demand things and it happens. This is the NFL, and you guys are in your young years trying to put on an image for yourself and productivity on the field that makes you more, I don't want to say reputable, but more tasteful to other organizations if it's not going to be the Green Bay Packers when your contracts or your times are up in Green Bay, or if you're up for extension while you're in Green Bay. Like, they cannot be gaining anything when the productivity is not there on the field to be saying all these things and making this wide receiver room disgruntled, I guess. But it's just a bunch of disgruntled misfits right now.
Well, they are.
And when I say misfits, it's because of productivity, not because of anything other than even when you are good in the NFL and you're talking like this, it makes it like it. But we're talking about guys that aren't even established and are trying to establish themselves, acting as if they are something that they are not. And that is the bothersome part to me.
Well, patience and productivity, they are directly correlated. As good as you are, that means more patience. But when you haven't actually produced on the field, and especially when the recent memory of production is poor, then you don't have a lot of patience level. And guys,
hang on. This is so good. On the Carbus Talking text line, we got to get on the poll. From Ernie to Barn. Ernie, you nailed it.
Let's go, Ernie.
Who's worse, Halliburton's dad or Watson's dad?
Oh, man.
I've never seen Watson's dad on the field. Granted, it's a completely different sport. I've never literally seen them around each other like that. Tyrese Halliburton's dad is so bad that they had to ban him. The Pacers banned him.
Yeah.
Like this, the thing that happened with Giannis wasn't the first. That wasn't their first time talking to him about that. That's why they just say, "Hey, we got to give you the boot." So
They
Tyrese
are different
Halliburton's
reasons, but it is just an intriguing point of these dads that are living through their children and taking it as their full identity.
Yeah, it's a dangerous position to be in.
In 20 years, we're going to be doing a poll about Kyle Wallace's kid in high school and how Kyle Wallace attacked a ref from the stands, yelling and berating him.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. It could be. Never know. Do know. I'm talking all this right now, but don't let my kid be successful in anything. I'm gonna be flaunting it. I'm gonna be a problem.
I'll tell you what, with this Green Bay Packer wide receiver room, it didn't seem like long ago that we were coming off of last year and saying, you know what? They all got each other's back. All for one and one for all. We're all wide receiver ones. That's beautiful in theory. But we knew this was going to come to a head. Their guys are going to want their money. They're going to want their contract.
Gosh, they were saying all the right things, Bradley.
They really were, but not anymore.
We are a far cry from where we were when they were talking about how Aaron Jones was big bro. Right? Remember they were talking about they do anything for him. For now, what they're realizing and what we're seeing is that this is a whole bunch of guys that are now considering and thinking about themselves. And I think this is a reflection of the Green Bay Packers having a lack of a veteran presence around this football team on the offense. These guys acting like that they earned something when that reality, Jaden Reed is a heck of a football player. I think Jaden Reed can create a dynamic duo between him and Matthew Golden. I think he can be a 1,000-yard slot wide receiver, but Jaden Reed has not done it to the level that he needs to yet.
How are you going to be top 5 in drops since 2024 and go into the office in the Green Bay Packers and cry, Goody, am I going to be in good shape for next year?
You know what?
I don't care if you are or aren't. You got to go earn it. This is football. It's a business.
Y'all see this?
That's a shoe to the ground, smashing a bug.
Goody and Matt LaFleur need to put their foot down on these boys because right now all this crime from the going AWOL that we talked about with Romeo Dobbs to the tweet we talked about with Wicks to Romeo Dobbs tweeting as well and then having all these meetings to Christian Watson's dad having all these conversations, they need to tell everybody, listen, shut up and perform. Look, at the end of the day, you guys are good. You have great potential, but not one of you are bigger than the team. So Romeo Dobbs, if you want to go AWOL again, you wall your ass straight to the couch and don't come back. Jaden Reed, we love you. But if you have your agent, Drew Rosenhaus, call us again, listen, we ain't going to be giving you targets. Earn it. Talent trumps all. And that's the bottom line is that we have a lot of young, talented guys, but now it's time for them to show up. So I don't want to hear no more tweets or see no more tweets, hear no more crying, no more reports. I want y'all to get to work.
Well, the problem is, you're totally right. This wouldn't be happening. Reed wouldn't be going to his agent if Devontae Adams was in the room. If Devontae Adams was in the room, he would shut up.
They're threatened by Matthew Golden, and their insecurities are coming out right now to the fullest.
Absolutely.
That's unfortunate, too.
And we can say what we want.
I agree. I wanted this to be something where you draft Matthew Golden, and you look at it as an opportunity to be like, that's awesome. I want to show why I'm better, because that's what competitors do, and it usually brings out the worst or the best in people when competition is on the forefront of what's going to happen in your playing time.
Well, in any healthy social setting, there's a hierarchy of sorts. In the wide receiver room, there's no hierarchy. Who's number one? Who's number two? Who's the go-to guy? Who's the experienced vet? It's chaos. And because of that, it's creating like a Lord of the Flies situation where everyone's just trying to be in survival
And
mode.
the problem is that nobody emerged, as you said, like a Christian Watson had an opportunity to emerge, but unfortunately with the injuries, he wasn't able to establish himself. Leadership comes with credibility, talent, and accomplishments. Unfortunately, the Green Bay Packers do not have anybody in that wide receiver room that meets those recommended things that you need. When you look at the tight end room, who emerged?
Tucker
Kraft was drafted after Luke Musgrave, but Tucker Kraft emerged as a leader, not because he's just this great leader, but because of his performance, right? He showed everybody
he was ready. Luke Musgrave went down, and he stepped up.
And it doesn't mean that Luke Musgrave can't be talented. It just means that Tucker Kraft showed us that he can ball on the field, and he had what you need in order to be a leader. But this team just lacks maturity and professionalism. And again, it's nothing about these guys being bad. They all seem like tremendous young men, phenomenal young men, but we have to understand with youth comes some of that lack of professionalism and lack of maturity, and that is on Matt LaFleur at this point and Goody at this point to identify and understand that this group right here specifically, they're all over the freaking place. Y'all need to reel them in and let them know, listen, y'all don't beat to your own drum, you beat to my drum.
Well, and part of this, you mentioned Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. They are going to be huge in that wide receiver room. But if this is a trend that you see when you have young players on the team, this is why if you want to argue that signing a veteran at certain position groups is good for team building, Brad, we've talked about this many times about your championship level team when you went to the Super Bowl. We can talk about it locally here with the Green Bay Packers when they're most successful of how that baton gets passed perfectly from player to player to player, and whether or not that player at the end of their career gets wronged by the Green Bay Packers, that's for the front office to decide, but you usually get a good system of building, growing, developing, learning. Opportunity comes, you take advantage of it because you've seen what you needed to do, and that is completely lacking. And we knew that, but it's now showing full force heading into training camp for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, it's just
heading into training camp. They got to he's got to go to mini camp coming up.
Well, you're totally right, Ben. Like, you got to have some elder statesmen, and even if Goody thinks it takes away a little bit from the field, which I don't see that in a lot of 30-year-old plus guys that I see on the field. Health of the locker room, stability of any given position room. It matters. I mean, football is such a team game, and like a cancer of selfishness can work its way so quickly into the locker room and spread. It's already spread into this wide receiver room. 12 months later, and everybody's on an island.
They kept saying we were going to do it for the team. Like, we don't care as long as we win, like.
Say all the right things, but when it comes down to it, each one of these guys are there for themselves.
Yeah, it's all good until that first-round draft pick come in, that new shiny Ferrari that you think gonna be a Ferrari come in there, but wait a minute now, what does that leave me?
And year 3 is when guys start thinking about their next contract, because Jaden Reed is now going into a contract year to where he could sign an extension before 4. Dobbs had the same thing. Wicks, I'm sure, was sensing the same thing. Going into your 3rd year. First year, you try to make the team. 2nd year, you want to show that you belong. 3rd year, you're thinking about your contract. It is no coincidence that Jaden Reed going into his 3rd year, thinking about his contract, feels threatened by a new first-round wide receiver.
I feel confident, though, in Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed is going to respond. He's going to have, because he is a phenomenal young man, and I feel confident he will, Brad, show up like you said.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Don chimes in. I don't know if this is a side effect of Matt's coaching method. We've seen a lot of soft receivers. We need an alpha in there to take over and stop this emotional wreck. This wouldn't be happening from Jamie if you had a veteran number 1 in the room like Devontae.
Say it again.
I mean, it's true, but it's not Goody's way. Like, again, I talk about things when it pertains to the Packers and the roster building by how Goody does it, because I could say all these things. Sure, I want Trey Hendrickson. I want this. I want that. But if it's not in the way that he builds the team, I'm just screaming into, the ether.
Well, and my concern is these guys are all ready to start to thinking about themselves, right? And if Romeo Dobbs, if Christian Watson, even if Wicks and Reed start to think, you know what? My future is not going to be in Green Bay. They're going young. I don't think they're going to tell me what I'm on. My concern is it gets to be week 11. Maybe you face a little adversity. I don't want to see guys start checking out, thinking about themselves, not going all the way for balls across the middle, whatever it is. So, again, this is something that, like you said, Kyle, take your shoe, stomp it out, because you cannot let it be.
Jordan Love need to cuss everybody out. Aaron Rodgers would never allow this to happen. Y'all,
he wouldn't, but they'd all be quitting and moping.
Listen, hey, y'all want to get paid? Guess what? I throw you the football. Keep crying. All right, keep crying. Matt, put him down. Put in Bo Melton. I ain't got time for no crybabies. That's what you get. At a certain point, you got to draw a line in the sand. If Jordan Love wants to be great, this is where he needs to understand that he's dealing with grown men. You give people an inch, they will take an absolute mile. He needs to bring the belt out and put belt to behind. Let him know who boss.
Brad is the pseudo boss of the household, where they are always indulging in something that brings everyone together, like the wide receiver room needs.
Oh, it really does. The wide receiver room, they need to relax and crack a carbless. That brings everyone together, puts a smile on people's faces. And the weather has turned, KBN Nation. You feel it. And nothing says spring and summer like a cold carbless in your hand. It's low carbonation. That means that the flavors just come out even more. And the flavors, man, you guys know this already, that they have knocked it out of the water when it comes to the classic cocktails and the fruit flavors. And speaking of the fruit flavors, Tropical Bliss Variety Pack and the new Mango 4-pack, the new Watermelon 4-pack. Let's give me the taste of your summer right there. It is so good for any type of summer setting. Pool parties, patio hangouts, grilling, a bonfire, probably my favorite setting. Watching a Brewer game. Carbless always elevates the occasion, and you can sit back and enjoy it and put a smile on your face. Truly, less is more with Carbless. You get 100 calories per can, high on flavor. So many reasons to enjoy a Carbless, just like I do at the Nortman Estate. Less is more with Carbless.
The NBA lottery happened last night, and I can tell you the Mavericks are not trading Cooper Flagg. They're not. Do you disagree, Kyle?
For the right price.
How much you want to bet?
For the right price.
It's not happening. I think it's good news for Giannis, actually.
I'm good. Yeah.
If you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, who cares about the Mavericks? It was good that any noise about San Antonio or Houston getting the first pick is now out of the picture. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, see, the thing about me is I like
you
a little
like crazy.
I like crazy. I like a little excitement in my life. I like a little bit of drama.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 20th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Baltimore Orioles.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 20th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season, and now is the time to tackle those big projects you've been putting off. Right now, during the home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months, and you'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today.
To be labeled as bourbon, a whiskey must be distilled from a mash that is at least 51% made of this grain.
What is corn?
Correct.
I'll take liquor for 800.
A cocktail of rum, grapefruit juice, lime juice, simple syrup, and maraschino liqueur is a daiquiri named for this American author.
Who is Ernest Hemingway?
Correct again, Marie. You're on a roll.
Liquor for 1,000, Ken.
Taking a shot of whiskey and immediately chugging a beer is a quote-unquote recipe for this drink, named because it was once served to workers ending their shifts.
What is a Boilermaker?
Unbelievable. Where can you find the best variety of beer, wine, and liquor?
Well, Ken, I am from Discount Liquor, where we have an encyclopedia-like knowledge of all things alcohol. We've been a family-owned and operated business since 1960, and we've all grown up with alcohol as a second language. Our business has literally served multiple generations of Wisconsinites. In Milwaukee, on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha, on Main and Barstow.
Discount Liquor.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio. Ohio.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Bundle Deal Days at AutoZone.
Well, I do need a bundle of things.
When you bundle, you save.
Do I save if I bundle oil with an oil filter?
Save up to $12 on that bundle.
What about brake pads and rotors?
Bundle those and the brake pads are free.
Can't save more than free.
You can save on hundreds of deals during Bundle Deal Days. Ends June 2nd at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Duralast brake pads only.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Should I stay or should I go?
I guess my official
that this year is probably the most realistic chance.
Come on now,
that it's been. But until I hear it from Giannis, it is far from the truth that he is going to be leaving Milwaukee.
The second pick will be made by the San Antonio Spurs, and that means that the number one pick in the 2025 NBA draft goes to the Dallas Mavericks.
My bad, Strofe, working on my listening skills every day here. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. The Mavericks land the first pick, which is great, in my opinion, for the Milwaukee Bucks fans. You want Giannis to be here. You don't want anything to go in a way that just could entice his mind. You don't want it to even be there. And so Mavericks, according to Tim McMahon, have already said they're not even listening to trades. They are selecting Cooper Flagg number 1 overall.
It's crazy that, this is not a Dallas Mavericks show, but they trade away Luka and they get the
thanks,
number
Brad.
They get the number one. It's just crazy. It's
not Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, not a Mavericks show.
Not a Mavericks show, but it's just, I don't know. When I saw that, I was like, that's crazy. They shouldn't.
We need crazy.
It's crazy.
It's called rigged. That's what they do.
They don't deserve it. They don't deserve the first overall
it was just.
I'm fine with them rigging it. It's fun. It gets Brad talking about the
Dallas Mavericks.
The Mavericks show that we are.
It's just, NBA just likes to rig things. They say, you know what? We didn't realize that we were going to have so much backlash from trading Luka. We knew he was important, but we didn't know he was that important, as the general manager and the president of the team said. It's like, we didn't know he was that important to the organization. Here's a nice little gift for you. In San Antonio, you know what? Popovich just retired. Here's another gift for you. Another top 5 pick again.
They're not trying to just give gifts to San Antonio.
Yes, they are.
I will say.
Popovich had the stroke, and now they want to, he retired, and they want to be able to.
That is a reach of all reaches right now.
They want him to be able to build a championship. I'm telling you, it's rigged.
I would start to think it's rigged if San Antonio. I'm not going to lie. When you got to like 4.
If San Antonio got the number 1 pick,
yeah, I'd be freaking out a little bit.
But that would be from our perspective here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
From a league perspective, it's bigger news that the Mavericks got the number 1 pick.
Because wouldn't they want a blockbuster trade involving Giannis and the number 1 pick?
No, number 2 pick still is still a blockbuster trade. If they moved on, it's not the same level because it's Cooper Flagg, but it's still a big deal.
So you're enticed with the number 2 overall pick?
Again,
as a Bucks fan,
again, I want Giannis to stay. So I'm not entertaining anything until Giannis opens up his mouth and say, Milwaukee, I love every moment about every year I was here.
I love Milwaukee,
but I want to trade.
What if he did that?
Yeah,
if he say, I love Milwaukee, but
if he does that, then at that point, then I have to be open minded. But I'm not listening to no report. So as of right now, no. But Giannis did say he wanted to trade, the Milwaukee Bucks do have a golden opportunity.
They better make it as golden can be. An absurd, a laughable amount of assets.
Yeah,
laughable.
Look what other teams get for assets like a Giannis, and not even like a Giannis, like somebody who's in a superstar level. So the Bucks would get a lot for it. So again, this would be a golden opportunity for the Milwaukee Bucks if Giannis said he wanted to leave and they could not convince him to stay, and San Antonio was the place he was going to go. The Bucks will have a golden opportunity to do a reset, but a reset with talent and assets. Yeah, but that's not what we want.
But it still isn't. Like I'm with Kyle. Like I said it yesterday. Until that man says to John Horst and the ownership of the Milwaukee Bucks that I don't want to be here, because they would be complete idiots to ever be the ones to say that. We all know that, unless it means that you're going to end up getting the number 1 pick in the lottery at the right time, just like the Mavericks landed, but that's not the case.
I wonder how many people in KBN Nation, I don't know what the right way to phrase it is, because it seems like it's universal that people don't want to see Giannis go, that they don't even want to trade him, even for a big haul. But
80-20?
Is there anybody that would? Like, is anyone's like, you know what? Yeah, I want to trade him.
Yeah.
I want a big haul. I want draft picks.
No, there's people. There's people. I mean, logically, if you put it together, you can say the Milwaukee Bucks haven't been able to get out the first round with Giannis, though he's been not healthy in multiple of those first round playoffs. I mean, there's people logically say, yeah. I mean,
or you can also logically say, if he does stay through his 2 years, he has the opportunity to just go somewhere else,
get another form,
and you get nothing for him.
Worst case scenario.
So I mean, so there are people, if you're logically thinking, right? You have to.
But you can also logically make the argument, Kyle, that even if you get this haul, it doesn't mean that it's all going to work out. You have the sure thing in Giannis. You keep him as long as you have Giannis, and even if you fail, you fail. I'd rather fail with Giannis than try and be logical and say I can get this haul, not knowing if the guy in charge can make the haul work in Milwaukee for the long term for them to be successful.
No, that's the biggest problem.
Well said.
That's the biggest. John Horst is the biggest problem when it comes to drafting. He's the thing. He's the reason why we're all sitting here saying, "Well, we don't know." If John Horst hit it out the park, we wouldn't be having this conversation because the Bucks would probably be hoisting another championship.
Diana in McGuanago, you're up on the Carb List Talking text line 800-990-3776.
Oh, you guys were putting me on the I didn't know Stroke was doing it. I thought he hung up on me.
Why else would I put you on hold, Diana?
No, I'm sorry. I was asking Stroke if you guys were all at Thanasis Live at Pato, and did you hear the question that somebody asked Giannis, besides, and Stroke said, I didn't quite hear that spot, besides Pfizer, where would he be? Where would he like to be? And he said New York City.
Okay, that's fake news, Diana. The question was, where are your favorite places to play?
Yes.
In the NBA when you're not at Fiserv. So I was at Thanasis Live, and I can confirm with 110% certainty that he said, yeah, but that's anybody.
That's like literally 75% of the NBA. They all love playing at Madison Square Garden.
Did you see the environment?
It's awesome.
When they're good, it's awesome. It's like it's a great place to go play. And it's also a spot where
iconic,
you saw Linsanity happen. That was one of the coolest things to see. Cool. It was cool.
That was a crazy time. Linsanity.
Yeah, thank you, Brad. Mavericks and New York Knicks show.
It was
Brad
crazy.
Nortman. It was crazy.
It was
crazy.
It was.
He's
it was
right.
crazy.
He's making a great point. It was crazy. I mean, have you ever seen a guy come out of nowhere like that and then light the league on fire
from
for 3
Harvard,
weeks?
living on a guy's couch?
Yes,
he
that's
puts up
right.
like 60.
What a great detail. Sleeping on a dude's couch. You guys remember?
Couldn't afford it.
Not so different, you and I. You and Linsanity.
Yeah, that's right. Me and Jeremy Lin have a lot of things in common. You guys remember, well, he still does some stuff with the Brewers, Tim Dillard?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago when he first started doing the TV gig, he was couch surfing in Milwaukee because his family lives in a different state. And we tried to set him and Brust up when Brust was a single man, but it never worked. Do you not remember that?
No.
Why didn't Tim Dillard just get a hotel?
Because he liked the idea of sleeping with sleeping on couches of people he met on the internet better, and it was awesome.
Wow,
it's just the type of dude he is.
I would have no interest in that.
No, thank you as well.
You know how dirty people's couches are?
Oh, come on.
He takes it to the place of cleanliness always. That's not,
dude. I'll tell you what.
You're taking a shower.
I will happily,
right.
I will happily sleep on a couch.
No, you won't.
Anybody's couch?
I fell asleep on the couch last night.
Maybe that's
you stayed on the couch all night.
I moved at 2 a.m. I think it was. I probably slept out there for 3 hours,
and you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Wait, you were on the couch because you fell asleep?
I didn't enjoy it.
Or did you get in trouble?
No, I fell asleep. She was reading her book.
But we're talking about, let's say, 2 months of you couch surfing on different couches.
I've done it.
It wasn't enjoyable, though, was it?
Sure it was.
Oh, you're full of crap. Not as Kyle would say, he a lie.
He is a lie.
And what doesn't lie is... No, you can't add that. You can't add that to the list. What's not a lie is... I talk about weed, man. They say, makes your neighbor stop and stare. my neighbor literally was staring because I went to go throw a diaper in the garbage outside because you can't put those in the diaper pail. Cool. Just blows it up. All poopies go outside. And as I was putting the poopy in the trash bag, my neighbor goes, "How'd you get your grass so green? You been fertilizing?" I said, "I haven't been doing anything." That's what Weed Man's for. They made my neighbor stop and stare. Weedman.com, 50% off for your first service. Get a free quote at weedman.com. It's kid and pet friendly. The grass is growing in the backyard where I put together a slide for baby girl. It was absolutely amazing to get that compliment because I did nothing but trust Weedman to make my yard look beautiful, and they absolutely crushed it. And they'll crush it for you. Weedman.com. Weedman for the win. Speaking of homeownership, I was on a 13-foot ladder.
Oh, he allowed.
Cool. I'm not a lie. I'm not a lie next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head.
I don't even know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB big inning at night.
Seam head.
I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like 14-ounce tubes of Blaine's brand multi-purpose grease, $1.99. Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with the $100 Scotch purchase. Plus, as a family-owned business, we offer the Blaine's Best Price Promise, guaranteeing you'll always find the lowest price with us, or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so that you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Spring is here, and your local IKEA store is rolling the savings outdoors for their annual sidewalk sale. Visit IKEA Schaumburg, Bolingbrook, or Oak Creek from May 9th through the 26th for a wide variety of furniture and home furnishing accessories at big discounts. New products are being added throughout the sale, so stop in often, and don't miss IKEA's Friday Mystery Deals May 16th and 23rd, available in-store to IKEA family members. Not an IKEA family member yet? Sign up for free at IKEA.com/US. Save big at the IKEA annual sidewalk sale, going on now through May 26th.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. And there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes. From a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
Hey Wisconsin, it's your pal Donald Driver here. For 10 years, I've been working with the Wisconsin DOT to get everyone to wear their seatbelt. And it's working. Nearly 90% of Wisconsin drivers buckle up, which makes me want to say to the ones who don't, come on, man. If you don't wear your seatbelt, you're going nowhere fast. Buckle up. If you don't, it can cost you money or a lot worse. Click it or ticket, and let's work together to save lives. Take my driving safety quiz at zeroinwisconsin.gov.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you should meet an elephant upon a summer's day, what would you do and what would you say? Say, good morning, elephant. How do you do?
What in the hell is
Lovely morning, elephant. Now may I dance with you?
What's happening?
Why are we listening?
La 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 tra la 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 tra la la la.
What is this?
It's been stuck in my
I
head.
can't tell if it's creepy or cute.
Wait, what is the kiss noise just made?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but you can cut the song now. Strove asked you for a bump back song. La 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 la.
What's crazy is that like making super simple kid songs like this is
rich,
absurdly profitable.
They have so much money. It's crazy. This is from Miss Rachel for any of you parents.
Mr. Rachel. Shoot, how much money she
I want
made?
to be Mr. Rachel.
La, 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 la. Hey, kids. Do you know what letter this is?
You should do this.
You are built for
Kyle,
this.
Kyle, new job.
I swear for
New
goodness.
job.
Do not tell me I'm built for this because, listen, I love
Kyle.
KBN Nation, but I can do this on the side.
I actually think we just came up with the most brilliant idea we've ever come up with, and that would be a KBN Kids show.
Ooh.
I am willing to produce and film this.
KBN Nation's Kids is growing quickly.
True. Ben's got
Does
one.
somebody have any new announcements to
Brad's
make?
got one on the way.
Yeah.
No, I have no kids.
Part-time Will? How's he doing as a college kid? He's safe?
I think so.
Okay, good.
I know I am. Kyle, you're good?
Nope. Nothing happening here. I'm saved.
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 For the time being.
From kids? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe safe is the word.
No, I'm a saved man. I'm a Christian. I ain't doing none of them actions.
Yeah, it's not what you were watching when you want your parents to watch the movie Sinners.
That's what my eyes was burning.
Isn't it catchy?
That song is officially in my head now.
Isn't it? It's
You gonna
so
play with the
good.
boys?
What you say? What was
You
it?
gonna play with the boys?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to now. I'll send it to you.
I will.
Nah, I'm straight. I have no children in my life that I need to. Can we not?
Elephant upon a summer's day. What would you do? And what would you say? I'd say, good morning, elephant. How do you do?
I'm sure it's adorable singing it to your daughter.
May I dance with
Everybody.
Tra la 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 la. Kyle's into it.
What's crazy is the lyrics are so simple.
Basic.
We could write this in 5 minutes. What would you say to an elephant?
Upon a summer's day.
I would say, how do you do? And you want to dance?
Kids don't even know what you're talking about. They just hear the melody and the harmony in
You
your
can say
voice.
anything
You can.
with like a little do da do da do da do da do da do.
We should start KBN Kids YouTube.
Kids.
Do you know how ridiculous these grown folks must feel after
Dude,
they get done?
I judge the heck out of this
But
guy
how many?
too.
Like,
I'm
is
like,
this on YouTube?
oh yeah.
How many views does this have?
Probably over
Millions.
millions.
Over under. How many views?
Miss Rachel's got like 1.2 billion on one video.
Oh my goodness.
This was just an aggregator of the song because I was just looking for the song because I didn't know where it was in the episode.
I'm looking at a Miss Rachel video from 6 months ago. It has 142 million views. I have another one from 4 months ago with 101 million views.
How much does one?
One from 3 years ago, Baby Learning with Miss Rachel, first words, 1.3 billion with a B views.
How much do you make when you have that kind of views?
Well, then you can sell merch. You can like.
Oh, Miss Rachel's loaded.
They say she makes 6.5 million
Oh my God!
A year?
Miss Rachel captivated kids and earned 17 million last year in 2024.
17 million?
I hate to do this to you, Brad.
Kyle's got the best take. He said, "I want to be Mr. Rachel."
I ain't mean it like that, but I guess Miss Rachel got
makes
money.
more than most NFL players.
Yeah, just la 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 la. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing.
Oh
Kyle's going to be the new host of ESPN's ABCs of Sports.
Yes. Have all your kids listen to me, friends.
I don't like when you do that. It starts to get a little creepy.
You see what this is? It's called hair. Say it with me, kids. Hair.
She knows sign language, too, though. You got to do the sign language.
I don't know how to sign, but...
You do know how to sign?
No. She does it with when she's...
Oh, she does
so
it.
that's
Sign.
actually
Oh, she cold.
So that's
she cold. She's inclusive. I see why she got 17 million.
Cold. She's signing to the kids.
I have it in a corner. Somebody else signing. It wouldn't be me.
Oh, man.
Oh, Miss Rachel's the one.
The worst thing I did is play this because it's going to be stuck in Strope's head. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Before we get to Mark Tauscher, let's tell everyone what he loves. And that's Gina Della from Pella, just like we love her too, Brad.
Oh, and you are going to love her too.
Because wait, hold on. What was that, Gina?
KB la la la.
La 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 la. La 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 la, Brad.
Hey, you're going to love Pella Windows and Doors and the deal that they have for you. You're talking about 6 years of 0% financing. 6 years? Think about all the things in 6 years. KBN Nation Kids is going to be a whole new generation in 6 years, and you can get 0% financing for that whole time. You get their durable, practical, beautiful, matching any color, any type of home style that they can do, because it's all custom made with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. So now is the time. There's bugs out, air conditioning, so many reasons to increase the value of your home, decrease your energy cost, and get you your 0% financing for 6 years. But you got to hurry. This deal ends March 31st. So go to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and get your windows and doors today.
Marka, Tauscher. A Marka Tauscher sure joins us next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do it. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
Come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, fuck. I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? You need any more? Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Spring Vintage Weekend with the SVRA is up next on May 16th through the 18th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls. Right now, get 50% off your windows plus no interest and no payments for 12 months and a free entry door with your window purchase. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Calling all collectors, the Wisconsin Card Show is back May 16th through the 18th at the Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're into sports cards, Pokemon cards, or chasing down autographs from Wisconsin sports stars, this is the place to be. Meet Churio, Contreras, Terrain, and more legends from Wisconsin's hometown team. Don't miss this 3-day event packed with vendors, memorabilia, and must-see moments. Tickets and full details at WisconsinCardShow.com. That's WisconsinCardShow.com.
Nestled along the shores of Lake Michigan, the Knickerbocker Hotel offers a timeless escape in the heart of Milwaukee. Immerse yourself in the rich history of this iconic landmark where charm meets modern luxury. Picture yourself enjoying breathtaking lake views, luxurious rooms, and dining at one of the finest restaurants in the city. Whether you're visiting for a weekend getaway or a special occasion, the Knickerbocker promises an unforgettable experience. Your perfect stay awaits at the Knickerbocker Hotel. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockerontheLake.com.
It's a home run! But wait, is your roof ready for the big league storms? If your roof has more holes than a catcher's mitt, it's time to bring in the pros. At Avondale Roofing, we've been handling leaks, repairs, and full replacements with major league precision for over 30 years. And as a GAF Master Elite certified contractor, we bring top-tier quality and proven performance to every job. Whether it's a quick patch-up or full upgrade, our team steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park every time. You're out! Don't wait till water's in your dugout. Call Avondale Roofing today and keep your home in the win column.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not going to sit here and panic about it.
Green and Gold Hall of Famer.
It's not apples to apples. For you, it is.
Solving the world's problems one day at a time.
Everybody doesn't grow and evolve at the same time.
It's Mark Tauscher.
Did you guys hang up on me, or am I hanging on you?
On Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Packers Hall of Famer you can hear on Wilde and Tausch 9 to noon across these very stations. Mark Tauscher joins us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. What's going on, old T?
What up, boys? How are you today?
Doing good. You know, when do you get that autonomy back when listening to music with kids? Like, do you start teaching them some of your favorite music? Because obviously I know for the next 2 to 5 years, if we have a second, it's just going to be kids' songs.
Oh, you got AirPods, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put in the AirPods and just play their music and play what I want to listen to in my ears?
Yeah, I mean, if you're outside and you're playing, they want to have little tunes going. Yeah, otherwise, just embrace it, man. Or, I mean, I was playing pop rocks with my kids pretty early. That's my jam on Sirius. So you either immerse them in what you want or you let them do you, and then you be you.
Oh, my kid's going to love some Sexy Red then.
Oh, wow. At what, 2 years old you're going to be playing that?
Get it sexy. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. That's your prerogative. You know, Tausch, I heard you guys a little bit discussing this. Obviously, Jaden Reed, Drew Rosenhaus want to be assured that he's going to be the top target in Jaden Reed.
Benny, before we get into that, you guys usually ask me at the end if there's anything. I got something in the beginning, and I want all three of you. Yeah, a little twister. Giannis for Cooper Flagg and some picks. Who says no?
Me.
Which part?
You said who says no?
How many picks are we talking? It's a little bit vague, Tausch.
Well, I mean,
give us a
Bucks
real
saying
trade.
no, or the Mavs saying no?
The Bucks should say no. The Mavs don't have enough assets. Cooper Flagg by himself and a couple picks are not enough to get Giannis.
And
if Giannis asks to be traded, you're going to be forced. Where are you getting a better pass?
But you didn't say that at the start. You're saying if Giannis asks to be traded?
Yeah, I thought you listened to the show this morning. I was very adamant until Giannis says, I want out, he ain't going anywhere.
Yes, but I didn't know if these guys had that context as well. We're all the same thing, that until that man says to John Horston ownership, I want to be traded, I throw everything out. But in the scenario in which he says he wants to be traded, then I'm obviously I'm open to just about anything that is going to bring a generational type player to Milwaukee. My fear is, does he leave after a certain amount of time, unlike Giannis did?
Yeah, there won't be is there going to be a player? I'm sure I don't follow college hoops like you do. This guy's supposedly a generational talent. Are you ever, with no picks coming in the near future, is there ever going to be a better opportunity to get a potential young franchise transformational player than what you have right now?
No, because even when you look at past drafts of number one overall picks, the ones, like, there are some that obviously become generational stars, but there are misses as well. You have, like, a James Wiseman who ended up getting hurt or whatnot, but, like, he was a number one overall pick, and he was one of the best players I'd ever seen. And I was like, look at Zion.
Yeah.
Look at Zion and what he did in college and what he did in high school, and then what happened to him. Like, Cooper Flagg's like the real deal, and he is a type talent that you can't pass up. So if Giannis does say that, I'm going to be interested, and I would maybe pull the trigger. But I hate, like, you didn't do anything wrong. I can't imagine a world without Giannis on the Bucks still to this day.
I would add. I would add, just Cooper Flagg isn't enough. I probably need at least another 2, maybe even 3 first-round draft picks or another player.
2?
Oh, you need a
hell more than that.
I need their entire
Lively
future.
Too. I want Lively.
Yeah, I want Lively.
I need another player.
Tausch, the issue is that the Mavericks draft picks, if they get Giannis, they're going to be picking at the bottom of the draft. You got to find you got to find a team that has picks with teams that aren't going to be really, really good. So that's the problem.
I agree. Here's the deal. When you don't have any picks, and if you lose your guy, you're going to stink. It doesn't do you any good. So the last thing you want to do is sit, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there, you got nothing. And that's the thing I think Bucks fans should be worried about.
Yeah, it reminds me of when we have a conversation with you, I'm always like bringing up the Jets haul that Rodgers got, but if they traded him the year prior, the Denver haul would have been even bigger. Now, the difference being is you had a Jordan Love sitting there who turned out to be a franchise quarterback. If you move on from Giannis, you got to make sure you get that sure thing as a generational talent with pieces around him.
There's no sure things in this world, Benny. Just like I booked my tickets to Ireland thinking it was a sure thing.
No, you didn't.
And now I'm sitting here with tickets to go to watch a Vikings-Steelers game.
No, it's going to be a great game out in Croke Park.
You didn't book your tickets to Ireland, did you?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm just
I
know someone that did.
I trusted
You didn't trust me. Even Jason had my back today with Evan Cohen on Wilde and Tausch on Tuesdays at 9:30. Okay, so Tausch, you really
I want you dabbling more in journalism.
You really think that the Vikings wanted to be the first team ever to play back-to-back international games, or that Rodgers potentially going to the Steelers made that happen?
Benny, we're a results business. You know it. You know it. I don't know all of those details, but I do.
My sources told me all of these things, Tausch.
Your source was dead wrong.
And I have new sources with new information about why the Packers aren't there and why the Vikings are now playing 2 international games.
I would hope that you double down and start doing more journalism and don't get discouraged by what just happened.
I like
because
it.
You are not a quitter. You made a mistake. You don't go cower in the corner.
Look at you guys setting me up for. Look at you guys setting me up for failure.
This is good time.
Yeah, he's prodding because he knows I'm not a quitter.
You got the date right.
You have ties within that Bucks organization. Dig in and find out what's really going. Go in and make a big move. Make a bold journalism play. And if you're wrong, do it again. That's what
I'm going to take your advice, and I'm going to, do a pros and cons list like Giannis is doing if you stay in the Milwaukee Bucks.
You're going to go cower like a wallflower in the back of the corner.
Tausch, who's your guy? Jocko? You get knocked down 9 times, got to get up 10.
Good.
Good.
Get back up. Yes. But I got a hunch that's not what's going to happen here. But I digress. Okay, thanks for entertaining me on that.
Of course. Mark Tauscher joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Tausch, part of me thinks it is the type of player and the environment in which, the way the college football landscape is like, and also just like the generation of player. It's just a little bit different. Every generation of people and how they grow up and how like they're just getting more things now. It is what it is. And part of me, of course, is a little bit jealous I didn't make any NIL or any of this. But it's now if I don't get this, I can go somewhere else. And I find it really interesting that now you have Jaden Reed, you have Christian Watson's dad always making noise and them complaining about Matthew Golden, and you're gonna get the karma that you get for drafting him. You've had Dontavian Wicks tweet when Josh Jacobs was at the Super Bowl. Romeo Doubs went AWOL. I don't know. Like, is this a type of young player thing, or is I'm just not used to this of seeing all these people who don't have a leg to stand on? It's already the NFL. They're not NBA players that can demand different things based off productivity. It's the NFL. Why are we feeling so much from this wide receiver room without the lack of production?
Yeah, I think it's a couple of things. First thing is, and I remember it was a few years ago, before really the NIL thing really got going. And Greg Gard, someone we hold in high regard, basically said, what are we teaching our kids? What are we teaching the kids to, when you have some adversity, just get up and leave? And that's obviously a crappy life lesson, but that's the reality of the new landscape is if something isn't working and you're not getting the reps, instead of kind of bowing up and saying, well, what do I have to do to get it? It's more, somebody else will do it. Somebody else will give it to me. And I actually look at LeBron in the same way. LeBron kind of set the tone for this by, well, I can't win here. I need to go super team up and go find a way to do it. And I want the path of least resistance. That is, and some would say that's smart because you end up getting results and it's easier. But in the long run, I don't know if that is the case. So that's a part of it. And then in this regard, with all the wide receiver talk and all of the drama that I'm sure you guys have been talking about, I think part of it too is this. It's not as if we as old, when I played in the 2000s and guys played in the 80s and 90s, it's not like we didn't complain. And, you draft a kid in the first round that's going to take your spot. We're not sitting there doing jumping jacks, but we're also not going to NFL insiders, and we're not doing this and making this thing because of the satiation of information where everybody wants info on everything. Of course they're going to be irritated. But at that point back in the day, you're irritated and you're like, all right, blanket, I got to go to work. And that's what Jaden Reed is going to do. But you get all of your inner thoughts put out on the internet and in thought bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
It's not pretty for everybody.
Stop
so
tweeting.
I don't have any problem at all with Jaden Reed wondering and being mad and being all up in his feelings. If you're not human. You're going to be upset. Now, the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to pout and cry or are you going to say, you know what? Yeah, you guys drafted this kid and he's going to be a good player for us, but I'm going to be the guy.
That's such a great opportunity for this room to elevate each other.
You know what, Benny? And I think everybody is all upset because obviously Romeo Dobbs is a whole different scenario. The Jaden Reed piece to this, I don't have the same problems everybody's. It's obviously not a great look, but this will be, again, if he goes out and he starts playing and he emerges and gets back to kind of that number one guy, all of this will be a forgotten part of it.
Tosh, I don't like the fact he even had that. Like, I don't even like the fact that he wanted to act on it. Granted, his agent could have been guiding him, but I mean, it's competition. He should thrive off of that. Why go and want to have a conversation about your role? You know what your role is, though, right?
It's about understanding that, but you can still have the feelings of what Eleanor always will tell me if I'm telling her to stop being upset about it. It'll be, let me feel my feelings, and then we can work.
Oh, wow, that's a smart young lady.
That's a great way to look at it because. What do you want him to suppress and fake like he's not bothered?
That's what I did, and I turned out okay. You did that too, Brad, didn't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Ben, he turned out different.
Time.
But you made it. You made it to a Final Four. Tosh, you probably did that too, and you got paid in NFL.
They would have probably won the championship if it would have went the other way. Yeah, there's no wrong way or right way to do it. The bottom line is, yes, I think in an ideal world, keep it in-house, go to work. But to act as if any of us, Craig Karmazin brings in two new hosts to say, boy, I think these guys are going to be really good in the afternoon drive. Hey, guys, meet Lenny and Frankie. You guys aren't going to be like, oh, it's so great to have you on the team, Lenny. Here's how you do this job, and then I'm going to exit stage left. No, that's not how it works. So
Lenny and Frankie would be a great show on ESPN Wisconsin.
The bottom line is I would hope Kyle,
rocks.
Brusty, and Nortman look at it and say, blank these guys. I'm going to up Miami. We're going to get views. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And that is going to be the thought process that I would hope you'd have, just like I hope Jaden Reed has.
But Lenny and Frankie looking for a producer by chance?
Oh, wow. We don't need you jumping ship too, Strophy.
Get out of here.
What? Don't you think this is made worse, though, the fact that there's no veteran leadership? I mean, this if Devontae Adams is in the room, this never happens, right?
Yeah, I made that point this morning, and that's why I was – I wasn't standing on the table because, the table wasn't strong enough. This is no doubt why you need a veteran in the room because this stuff gets squashed. Like there are going to be this was a powder keg when you put this many young players all jockeying for spots to try to earn a big contract. You have to be really on top of things to make sure there's going to be little fires because that's just human nature. So a Devontae Adams being in and saying, listen, man, my first 2 years, there are people that wanted me cut for Jeff Janis. Like, you can't let that dictate what your story is going to be. The only thing you can do, get to work, get better at doing this. And when you have somebody in there, a lot of those fires don't get kindled. they end up just sitting there and they don't get lit. So when you have that, now you have to be more of a firefighter in comparison to being like a Smokey the Bear, where you're out there making sure that the wood is not, and you have the alert. You should be on high alert that forest fires are real high when you have this combustible of a room full of young players.
Tausch, you got to end right there, man. You've been on fire with word choices, analogies.
That's a good segment.
Bringing some
I
stuff.
felt like I didn't give you guys. I kind of mailed in last Friday, so I felt like I needed to be better.
You was
I thought
tired.
I did it.
Yeah, but we're human
tired.
beings. We understand. You know, Vegas is tough. Vegas
you
is tough. Then
rejuvenated.
you drove down to Rockford.
Vegas beat me up. I had a little head.
You had to
cold.
spend
It
time
was
with
a
Jesse Nelson in a
combination of stuff.
car.
Oh, you didn't even bring that up.
Yeah, exactly. All right, old T.
Thanks, Tausch.
See you, boys.
That's Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer. Like I said, he was just on point with the energy today. Love it from old T. And I love the Cheez-It pizza from Palermo's. Like I said, frozen pizza Friday. I already had 3 in the freezer. I had a Boss Hog, a tavern style, and 2.5 feet of stuffed crust cheese. And I still went to my local grocer and found the Cheez-It because that is what was on the docket for Frozen Pizza Friday. You imagine it, they have it. Dessert pizza, breakfast pizza, urban pie, neighborhood, Connie's, Surfer Boy, and of course my favorite brand of the Palermo's brands, which are all amazing, the Screamin' Sicilian brand. Great crust, whole milk mozzarella cheese, right here from Wisconsin, a secret tomato recipe sauce, and if you like toppings, you got toppings. Bessie's Revenge, all cheese, holy pepperoni, name speaks for itself, the Boss Hog. Oh, the classic sausage is so good. The Supremus Maximus, the mother of meat, the Mambo Italiano. Mambo. Good performance, everybody. Find your screaming pleasure and taste what all that screaming's about in your local grocer's freezer. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line because it is time for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? The updated record year to date is
2-13-3.
That's embarrassing. Let's make it 3-13-3 and chip away at this one. 800-990
just like the Mavs.
3776. Caller number 13, lucky number 13, 800-990-3776. You're going to get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You are allowed to say skip or pass. Then if you get through all the questions, you can come back around and answer them. You beat me, did what a lot of others did. You lose to me, it's going to be tough to walk around and tell people that happened. 800-990-3776. Caller number 13 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust in 2 short minutes.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like assorted 5-gallon Midwest can fuel cans, $16.99. Save up to $300 on select Cub Cadet lawn tractors. Plus, as a family-owned business, we offer the Blaine's Best Price Promise, guaranteeing you'll always find the lowest price with us, or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
To be labeled as bourbon, a whiskey must be distilled from a mash that is at least 51% made of this grain.
What is corn?
Correct.
I'll take liquor for 800.
A cocktail of rum, grapefruit juice, lime juice, simple syrup, and maraschino liqueur is a daiquiri named for this American author.
Who is Ernest Hemingway?
Correct again, Marie. You're on a roll.
Liquor for 1,000, Ken.
Taking a shot of whiskey and immediately chugging a beer is a quote-unquote recipe for this drink, named because it was once served to workers ending their shifts.
What is a Boilermaker?
Unbelievable. Where can you find the best variety of beer, wine, and liquor?
Well, Ken, I am from Discount Liquor, where we have an encyclopedia-like knowledge of all things alcohol. We've been a family-owned and operated business since 1960, and we've all grown up with alcohol as a second language. Our business has literally served multiple generations of Wisconsinites. In Milwaukee, on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha, on Main and Barstow.
Discount Liquor. Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breeze Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
That's right, we're kicking it with KBN here on a Tuesday. I am Brad Nortman alongside Kyle Wallace and Alex Strofe, the maestro of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, brings in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, the special guest this week. This week, we've got Brian D., longtime Good Karma Brands employee, has done basically everything in this building, and is our boss, big boss man. We have Scalzo here every other Thursday, so we bring in another big boss man to come and intimidate Ben to give him another loss. Brian D., welcome to the show.
What's up, fellas? I do think this will be slightly more intimidating because I'm wearing a blazer today.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not normally
What
a blazer
material
guy.
is that?
It's almost like a sweatshirt blazer material. It's way more comfortable than
It
wearing an
looks
actual
nice.
sport coat.
Looks hot.
Hey, thank
Not
you.
like hot.
Hey,
Like I'm steaming.
Hey, Tory Low Tuesday.
Well, Strophe, let's go ahead and spin it, and we will get right into it.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Oh, yeah, it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? 15 questions in 90 seconds. Get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we'll come back to it. If you get through the rest, if you beat Ben Brust, you're going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. This is all brought to you by Lakeland University. Ben's record, 2-13-3, a pitiful record in 2025. Let's keep it that way. We have Tom in Fitchburg today. Tom, how's morale? How's confidence?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think I got this.
Okay, that's the kind of confidence
I
we
like
need
that.
to give him
to
14-3. Send it over to Brian D., the question asker of today.
Let's do it. Tom, you ready?
I'm ready.
You got to send Ben Brust to a 2-14 record, which Brad Nortman, I think, experienced at one point in his NFL career. Were you 2-14?
I was 3-13.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That got our head coach fired.
So with
and,
a win today, Ben would be Gus Bradley.
Yes.
That was the head coach.
Gus
right?
Bradley did indeed get fired. I think Ben is safe for now, at least when it comes to Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
I don't think you want that legacy attached to your name. All right, Tom, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. What musical term means to gradually get louder?
Crescendo.
What is the square root of 225?
25.
How many stripes are on the U.S. flag?
13.
What do the stripes on the U.S. flag represent?
Colonies.
Who directed the movie Titanic?
Pass.
Which bird is often associated with delivering babies in folklore?
Stork.
Which body part is affected by conjunctivitis?
Heart.
What is the term for animals that maintain a constant body temperature?
Cold-blooded.
In what country would you find the Great Barrier Reef?
Change that. Warm-blooded. Great Barrier Reef, Australia.
What fruit is used to flavor traditional tzatziki sauce?
What fruit? What? Say it again.
Which fruit is used to flavor traditional tzatziki sauce?
Cucumber.
Which U.S. president delivered the Gettysburg Address?
Lincoln.
What is the name of the wizarding school Harry Potter attends?
Pass.
What is the process of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly called?
Metamorphosis.
What is a natural disaster measured with what natural disaster is measured with a Richter scale?
Earthquake.
Which part of the plant? Which part? Okay, which part of the plant conducts photosynthesis? Counts if he gets it.
Stem.
Okay.
He cooked for a while there.
He did really well, but I missed what he said between the final questions.
I did too.
Should we clarify?
Let's clarify.
Let's clarify.
Tom,
the director on the Titanic is Cameron.
Oh, you went back to the director.
I think now we're gonna have to check the tape. Did he, Tom? Let's be honest. Did you skip that?
Yeah, he skipped it, but he came. But
I passed it.
Yeah, he passed it.
He passed it. I don't think you can go back unless you finish.
I don't think you can go back after the question. It's fine. He's going to win.
Wait a
anyway.
minute, time out. Wait a minute. Ben will go to the next question and say, "Oh, wait, no." And I think he did it himself.
Yeah, but you can't go back from.
But here's the thing.
You can't go back from 13.
Oh yeah, Ben's gonna get cooked.
He got through all 15. That's a 10 spot.
Yeah,
He's fine.
yeah. He's smart.
He's gonna be fine.
He was very smart.
Good job, Tom.
Very, very
Nicely
smart.
done.
Tom
Very
was
good.
confident. I need that type of confidence in my life.
Yeah, he was. He was cooking answers left and right. I mean, I feel like when you get into a good rhythm and now you're smarter than Ben Brust, you can really stack some scores.
Yeah, Ben.
Fitchburg, nice area too. I like Fitchburg. You
Yeah,
got Madison
it
guys
is,
out
it
there.
is.
Verona is nice as well. My wife's family lives out in southwestern Wisconsin there, so we cruise through Verona and Fitchburg quite a bit. It's very nice.
Here he is.
There he
singing
is.
this song
there.
still.
You a little nervous?
This song ain't
Big
gonna help you.
boss man in here. Ben's getting his headphones
Yes, he is. He's
on.
plugging in. I think he's going to be a little more nervous, not because it's me.
I was gonna say the boss man. You got the guy that looks like he's dressed to teach a class at a professor, like a.
That should be intimidating.
Is that what that is? We got a big meeting tomorrow with this show, by the way. Just a reminder.
Send in any and all feedback to the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776.
Feedback for the show.
Feedback for the show.
I
will
actually-
go directly to
That's
content
actually
director Brian
super
D.
interesting. That's not a bad idea.
Carlos Talking text line?
We do have a show meeting tomorrow to
Like
talk
a
about the
serious
show's growth and development and getting better, right? And we actually spend time
I do
on
have
trying
my
to get better.
notes here.
Oh, Kyle's got notes.
Wow, you started.
I do like spending 5 minutes of the meeting tomorrow with crowdsourced feedback for KBN.
This is the next segment, by the way.
That's
Don't
amazing.
you worry.
Okay. Tom, we like how
Tom and
Tom
Fitchburg.
Tom and Fitchburg is who you're up against today, Ben.
Yeah, Ben, it's over. You just sing the song. You might as well skip it.
Good morning, elephant. How do you
Let
do?
me remind you how to play.
15 questions in 90 seconds. Let's just hear a pass. We get through all of them and come back to them. I get it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nicely done.
For somebody who's about to get
One you're gonna
cooked.
get right. Yep.
He's
Somebody about to
mentally
get
sharp today.
cooked.
He's mentally sharp today. He's got his A game in terms of the rules.
In terms of the rules, specifically.
You good to go?
Yes.
All right. We'll go in 3, 2, and 1. Which musical term means to gradually get louder?
Amplify?
What is the square root of 225?
25?
How many stripes are on the U.S. flag?
13.
What do the stripes on the U.S. flag represent?
The 13 original colonies.
Who directed the movie Titanic?
Oh, man. Spielberg.
Which bird is often associated with delivering babies in folklore?
The swan.
Which body part is affected by conjunctivitis?
Conjunctivitis. The gallbladder.
What is the term for animals that maintain a constant body temperature?
Man, I hate this game, and I continue to play it. Pass.
In what country would you find the Great Barrier Reef?
Australia. I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah.
Sounded like Giannis. What fruit is used to flavor traditional tzatziki sauce?
Strawberries?
Which U.S. president delivered the Gettysburg Address?
Oh, my man Abe.
What is the name of the wizarding school Harry Potter attends?
Hogwarts?
Weird. What is the process of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly called?
Metamorphosis.
What natural disaster is measured with a Richter scale?
An earthquake.
What part of the plant conducts photosynthesis?
That would be the cell, the root, the
What is it?
the leaves.
Wow,
That's if he
got
gets
it
it,
at the
and you got
end.
it.
But
I'll put it back together.
That was close.
I did well, I thought.
that's an 8 spot. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you got cooked, Dill. You lost.
What did I lose to? A 13?
10.
Oh, that's not cooked.
Oh, you lost. I'm
So
sorry, you
lost.
lost. I'm sorry,
There's
you
probably
lost.
a couple
Is
I
it-
probably could have got here that I'll kick myself after.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have my
there'll be a
headphones
couple.
off. How many
There'll
did
be
he
a
get?
couple.
You got
10.
8.
10-8 is actually pretty good.
10%. Yep.
Yeah. We did have it wasn't controversy with Tom and Fitchburg. He he skipped back to try and answer a question that he passed from 13 back to 5.
They didn't give it to him, and I think they
and we ixnayed that.
They should have
He
given
actually had an 11.
I agree. He literally.
If he made it clear what he was skipping back to.
He did after the buzzer sounded. So
No, it was before the buzzer sounded.
Well, spring is here, and your local IKEA store is rolling out savings outdoors for the annual sidewalk sale. We were at IKEA in Oak Creek on Friday, and there was tons of people on the outside of the IKEA looking through that sidewalk sale. Visit Schaumburg, Bolingbrook, or Oak Creek from May 9th through the 26th for a wide variety of furniture and home furnishing accessories at huge and big discounts. New products are being added throughout the sale, so stop in often. And don't miss IKEA's Mystery Friday deals. May 16th and the 23rd available in-store to IKEA family members. Not an IKEA family member yet? You can sign up for free at IKEA.com/US. Save big at the IKEA annual sidewalk sale going now through May 26th. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Content director Brian D. here with us. We'll go through the answers on the other side. And with our big show meeting tomorrow, all feedback is welcome from KBN Nation on YouTube, on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. How about one positive and one negative for Alex Strofe, Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman? One positive and one negative for each show member at 800-990-3776.
It's like Wilde and Tausch after a Packer game.
Positives and negatives. And Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
He now is off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against
what else are
TCU.
we?
You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. Y'all choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41. We got some backups from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Capitol Drive. The northbound side slowing from Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Capitol. Southbound 43 slowing from just before Capitol Drive down past Burleigh. The northbound side slowing from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up past Locust. Westbound on 94 got a little bit of a backup right past 27th Street and then again through the stadium. Eastbound slowing down just coming out of the stadium interchange to 35th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Try your first wash free when you sign up online at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast tonight. Patchy fog, mild with a low of 51. Tomorrow, morning fog, then partly cloudy, isolated showers possible. A high of 66 at the lake, 75 inland. Weather is brought to you by InfinityExteriors.com. Dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit InfinityExteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's. At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
On Thursday, May 22nd, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program serving thousands of urban elementary students in 47 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. You're going to be dancing at the American Family Insurance Championship as it returns to Madison with 2 new exciting changes this year. Wisconsin's own Steve Stricker hosts this PGA Tour Champions event June 6th through the 7th at its new home golf course, TPC Wisconsin. The AmFam Champ also debuts a new team competition this year. 2-person teams will compete in best ball and scramble formats. The American Family Insurance Championship is June 6th through the 8th. Get details and tickets at amfamchampionship.com. That is amfamchampionship.com. See you there.
Positives and negatives. No, this is not Wilde and Tausch. The day after a Packers game, this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 1 positive and 1 negative for Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman. If you want to throw Strofe in there, you can as well. We have a big show meeting. Our boss, Brian D., is right here. He is waiting for your voices to be heard, to take your feedback, and to yell at us tomorrow. 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. 1 positive and 1 negative about each show member.
This is not a show bit, by the way. We legitimately have almost like a halftime, half through the year 2025 check-in with the boys tomorrow that was pre-scheduled, and we just stumbled into the idea here live on the air of crowdsourcing feedback for this crew. So you could be implemented in this show plan for the second half of 2025.
Honest and real feedback.
No. Or
we got
in
thick
jest.
skin.
Dang it, I said in jest. You ain't got no thick skin,
I got
Brad.
thick skin.
You just said you're nervous for our meeting tomorrow because we have to talk about each other's negatives.
I don't like talking about other people's negatives. That's awkward to me. A little scary.
Are you looking forward to the negatives? Because I love the negatives.
I'm sure you do.
I don't view them as negatives. I view them as growth opportunities.
Yep.
Spoken like a true manager with a suit.
We all have
Just
growth
put the tie on your suit.
No.
I really have become a company man.
That should be everybody's mentality.
Stevie, where do you send it? You send it right here to 800-990-3776.
No, Stevie has quite a few. No, he said, no. I need more than just a little text.
I need an email.
Go ahead, give me your email.
Brust at goodkarmabrands.com. Brust at goodkarmabrands.com. I'm only going to forward the good ones about me to Brian. Do you have the answers while people are curating their positives and negatives?
Despite ripping them in half upon you losing, you are now 2-14-3. You're like
that's a full NFL season.
Yeah, you're
bad. Can we reset?
God, you suck. Let's be honest. Full NFL season. What do you mean?
2-14 and we're past.
You're like the Hugh Jackson of
Brewers
trivia.
math.
Yeah. That is Brewers math. You suck at that, and you suck at Brewers math too.
Hugh Jackson got 2 seasons and went winless. You can go 2 seasons. Oh wow! Come on now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you suck.
The first feedback.
Now Ben's just reading
the first feedback we got. No. Get to the answers.
Okay. Give us your feedback, baby.
Question number 1 was, what musical term means to gradually get louder? What did he say?
Amplify.
Not a bad guess, actually.
Crescendo.
Not a bad guess.
Do you know what a crescendo is?
I've heard of it.
Okay. What is the square root of 225? You said 25. It was actually 15.
Yeah, it seemed way too high.
How many stripes are on the U.S. flag? I believe
25 times 10 is 250, you idiot.
You got the stripes on the flag, right?
Yeah.
13. You got what they represent as well, the original colonies. Who directed Titanic? You said Spielberg. It was actually James Cameron. Which bird is often associated with delivering babies in folklore? You said the swan. It is not the swan.
What is it?
It's a stork.
A stork.
Yeah, stork.
Like
Your daughter was delivered by a
lion,
stork.
holding the baby in a
Can
little
somebody
cloth basket.
ask Jeeves or Chat GPT
See,
what the difference between
I'm looking at a stork, but don't you
How
think
young are you?
Don't you think in the movies you guys see like the bird with the huge throat?
That's still not a
carrying-
swan. Still not a swan.
Not maybe not a swan.
They're not consuming the baby
I
in
think
their
you
mouth.
just described a pelican.
Yeah, I was describing a pelican.
But you
I've
didn't
never
say
seen a
pelican.
All right,
pelican
what's the
and a
next
baby
answer?
together.
Can somebody Google the difference between a stork and a swan? Because I do think they're relatively similar. Which body part is affected by conjunctivitis? The answer is eye. I believe there was a text about conjunctivitis on the talking text line.
Yeah, somebody said if I don't know what it is, then my daughter might have pink eye.
That's because it was an eye thing, not a shin or an ankle thing or whatever you said.
Just don't fart on pillows.
I believe he said gallbladder. And also, Kyle, crazy advice to give somebody about their daughter.
Don't fart on their pillows.
I think that's just
I can't fit in the crib.
Remember when he had pink eye? Bradley?
Yeah.
Oh,
And he came
Welcome
in.
to the office.
He came in.
I'm a grinder.
You put the whole office in jeopardy.
I'm a grinder.
That was early in his career, and I think he
Yeah.
was trying to prove his chops and work ethic.
I'm
I
looking
wore
at
my
his eye now.
sunglasses
It's like
all
the-
the way into the meeting room so no one could see me.
Yeah.
I
It's
took
like
them off.
Stevie Wonder.
Ah!
He had conjunctivitis, whatever it's called.
Conjunctivitis.
What is the term for What is the term for animals that maintain a constant body temperature? What did he say?
He said cold then warm.
No, I didn't.
They are
No,
warm-blooded.
Oh, I was talking about the
Warm-blooded.
Warm-blooded animals.
the contestant that whooped you.
In what country would you find the Great Barrier Reef? You said Australia. You just said it really weird.
Greek almost.
Which fruit is used to flavor traditional tzatziki sauce? You said strawberry.
I don't know what tzatziki sauce is, so I took a stab.
Tzatziki
Have
sauce?
you ever had a gyro before?
Not a big Euro guy.
But you've never had tzatziki sauce?
No.
The Greek tzatziki sauce.
No.
We got to get TA on the line and have him just, berate Ben Brust and ask him if he's ever had strawberry tzatziki. Because maybe it exists. You never know.
It might.
The actual answer was cucumber.
Am I the only one that didn't know
Cucumber is a fruit?
Yeah, that was a little tricky.
So I
That's a
saw
little
this before
tricky.
coming down here because I knew this was going to be a point of contention. And yes, I Googled it. Cucumber is a fruit because it has seeds. Zucchini is a vegetable.
So is that the difference between a fruit and a vegetable is having seeds?
I think so, yeah.
Brad, you of all people as the food guy should know
But
that.
peppers have seeds, and those are a vegetable, aren't they?
Oh, maybe they're a fruit.
No, they're probably a fruit.
Really?
Can you Google real quick? Is like a green bell pepper a fruit?
What's the vegetable everybody thinks is a fruit?
They're a fruit.
Tomato. There you
Tomato,
go.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Tomato, everybody thinks a vegetable. Same
Peppers
deal.
are fruits.
There you
I
go.
love
Yeah,
peppers. I love
seed-bearing.
fruit.
You love fruit.
peppers.
I love fruit.
Yeah, I do.
Which U.S. president delivered the Gettysburg Address? You said my boy Abe. That was correct. It was Abraham Lincoln.
We go back.
What is the name of the wizarding school Harry Potter attends? You said Hogwarts. Tom didn't get that, which I was surprised
Shocking.
by.
I didn't know it either.
Maybe it was a generational divide sort of thing. Harry Potter was very much for the millennial group here.
Nerds.
Yeah.
I love Harry Potter.
So good.
I love Harry Potter. What is the process of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly called?
Metamorphosis?
You nailed it.
Good job, Ben.
What natural disaster is measured by the Richter scale?
Come on, Ben.
Earthquakes?
Cooking.
And which part of the plant conducts photosynthesis? You got it at the buzzer. It was leaf or leaves.
Look at you. And you
Yeah,
still lost.
the square root one would have got me to 9, and then I really don't know if I had any of the others. So it was a true loss. One that I can lay my head down and know I gave my best effort.
It was a good effort. It was
in
a
the
close
out
game.
column.
Give it your all.
Just got to execute better.
You still
lost,
suck.
but, hey,
Yep.
you know?
Don't talk about it like you're playing a basketball game. You were doing 5th grade level trivia.
Yeah. And I'm as good as that as I am at gambling. And you can go to Potawatomi Casino Hotel to enjoy a good time, even if you don't want to gamble, because they have a I wish it was 25,000. They're working on it. 2,000 square foot video wall. And if you're into cash, they got cash for you. And the Unreal Treasures, folks, June 27th, $300,000 up for grabs. Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty Roll. Be there to win your share June 27th, only at Potawatomi. Go online to see more information. Brian, we appreciate your service here. We look forward to the positives and negatives meeting tomorrow.
We must have a lot of negatives.
Yeah,
because
are we gonna dive into this,
No, we're just curating at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. One positive, one negative about each show member.
Can you guys be trusted to actually get what the fans send in from the Carbless Talking text line and relay it correctly to me so we can have some honest discussion about this tomorrow?
You better get access to that talking. Listen,
That's what I'm saying.
if it's negative about me, BD, one thing I like about myself is I like to keep negativity away from me. So go ahead.
So you're going to hate our meeting tomorrow.
Accept coaching.
Give him
not coachable.
Give him the talking text line so he can read the negativity. I'm all positive.
Growth mindset, unlike the Green Bay Packers wide receiver room.
Oh, wow. Shots fired.
And on that note, Strofe, you got a good becoming relevant?
Yeah.
That's my negative for you, is it's never very good.
Hey.
Next.
Wow.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
he's high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be popped.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Slowing down along 43 southbound from just south of Hampton all the way down past Center Street. Then you're back on the brakes from Fond du Lac down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Northbound slowing down from Kilbourne all the way up to Keefe. Westbound 94, you're seeing delays from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, with the eastbound side tightening up coming out of the stadium interchange to 35th. We've got southbound 41 slowing down from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. The northbound side is heavy from Watertown Plank Road up past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, patchy fog, mild with a low of 51. Tomorrow, morning fog, partly cloudy skies, isolated showers, otherwise a high of 66 at the lake, 75 inland. Weather's brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. The Spring Vintage Weekend Series is coming up May 16th through the 18th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jackson Churio Star Wars Night bauble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers cribbage board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at Brewers.com.
Truck drivers, the job you have today might not be the one you want tomorrow, and that's okay. At Schneider, our transfer team is here to help you if you decide the job you picked isn't the right fit, or if you come across life changes that require a different schedule or home time. Last year, nearly 2,000 Schneider drivers transferred to different opportunities at the company that better met their lifestyle. Find the driving job that fits yours and your family's needs. Apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season, and now is the time to tackle those big projects you've been putting off. Right now, during the home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months, and you'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Call 414-410-2000 or visit UniversalWindowsDirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Elwoods, Milwaukee, Spanky's Waterford, Oak Barrel Tavern, Milwaukee, Camp Bar Wauwatosa, and J&B's Blue Ribbon, Milwaukee. That's Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
In Minnesota, you can get the hottest concert ticket in town.
Thanks, everybody, for being here.
While eating some of the best food in the nation.
I think I've said yum like 85 times.
Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com. Whether fishing, floating, or boating, in Minnesota, lakes aren't just a destination.
Nice walleye.
They're a way of life.
The water is so clean and so clear, it's quite magical.
See what makes Minnesota the star of the North at exploreminnesota.com.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
She told me, honey, pick your poison, mine's a lemon and gin with a hit. I mix a
This is not a joke. Tomorrow, a morning meeting amongst Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with the bosses of Good Karma Brands, our company, going to sit us down and give us some feedback. So you have the opportunity to do that as well. Forget each person, which we've gotten from some great KBN Nation fans here at the Carbless Talk and Text line. How about just a positive and negative about the show? Let's make it easy for KBN Nation. You hate us? Give us the feedback. You love us? Give us the feedback. Somewhere in the middle? Give us the feedback. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. You can be a part of our show meeting tomorrow, and that is from our content director in the break. He's like, make sure you get me these. I want these. Lasagna in Milwaukee is a big Strofe beef fan. A positive about him is he's going to host a radio program 5 days a week. The negative is if he'll lose Strofe. I don't know where you're getting your information from, Lasagna. Stevie chimes in, and he has my email, so I'm expecting a full report from him. Drew chimes in with a negative about Kyle.
That's all good. I'm all for it.
You just said you don't like negatives.
I mean, it's fine. Come on, Drew.
Kyle has no negatives. It's time to start putting him in the GOAT conversation.
Oh, wow. See? Wow. Drew, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate
John is looking out for the roads. The way you guys sound and talk is that you're less than stellar drivers. You shouldn't be proud of that or broadcast that you're bad drivers and your driving habits because they're not good.
I'm actually a really good driver. I just drive like I'm from the city.
I pride myself on being a good driver.
I go the speed limit. I'm a great driver.
No, that actually dangers people more.
I saw a bumper sticker of somebody today says going to see speed limit is safe. And I zoomed right past.
Was it me?
This is what John's saying for you not to do.
Hey, John, I go 78 and 80. I'm okay.
That's a healthy speed.
Very
healthy speed right there.
healthy.
Chef Ed chimes in. Kyle sticks to his guns.
Ah, yeah.
But his gun is shooting blanks.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Brad always brings the energy, but his here bred outs are dumb.
Don't go for my children.
Ben is a good leader of the show, but he doesn't like what I have to say about Wisconsin sports.
Oh, wow.
Strophe is the best.
Wait a minute.
No
he hates Strofe.
Does anybody have any negatives about Strophe? On the Carbless Talking Text
He's
line.
sensitive, I can tell you that much.
Says the guy that says, don't tell me anything negative.
JD and Fondy, positive, almost everything. Negative, Benny taking vacations. Well, right on cue, JD. I'm heading for a wedding in Hilton Head on Friday, which I'm very excited for.
We've got some good KBN Nation folks, don't we? They're helping us feel a little bit better going into this.
I want the negative. Give me the negative. This is too nice.
Why do you like the negative?
Because negative gets you better.
Discomfort.
Negative gets you better. If everyone tells you that you're good, like these wide receivers of the Packers are being told that they're that good, then you get this false sense of I'm great.
I liked being Coach
Point taken
because I wanted to go
point win.
I wanted to go prove him right. I was like, this person believes in me. I don't want to let him down.
Yeah,
That's how
I felt. I'm not gonna lie to you. Negativity in this game here is not. You're not on a court. Like, what am I gonna do? Just talk louder? Like, what am I gonna do?
Nobody's saying they can't hear you. Kyle.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, like, the haters ain't gonna really motivate me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep doing me.
You know what I'm saying? Lovers and haters, man.
Nah, it's so different. Like this right here, I don't really hate is hard in this game. If it's in basketball, somebody says you suck at basketball, you just practice harder.
Brian from Iguanago on cue. Positive, show is better with Strofe. Negative, Kyle is back from vacation.
Hey, I know you miss me.
Oh, the kissing noise just sends shivers down my spine.
Adam on the Carbless Talking text line. Strofe, positive equals journalism. Ben, negative equals journalism.
That's the best one we've had.
That's so good.
Send that to BD.
That is so good.
I don't know if we're going to be going over my journalism and Stroph's journalism skills to make the show better.
Yeah, I don't know. If I have provided many journalism angles, obviously I've done some research. Detective Stroph.
Detective Stroph, that's,
Detective Stroph is a good detective.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're like, go,
I think you are a good detective, Detective Stroph. They're coming in hot. Negative. Kyle flip-flops on takes more than Colin Cowherd and Skip Bayless combined.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he's a nice guy, though.
Wow, same breath as those two. Well, thank you. I'm just, I'm the poor version.
Yeah, I was going to say, your checks aren't the same checks as those two.
Not even, they have significantly more zeros. Even though Skip is jobless.
Is he?
Yeah, he has his own. Yeah,
he still has more zeros.
Oh, his
lifetime.
His bank account is beyond mine.
He's self-employed.
He is self-employed.
Well said,
His little podcast make more than I make.
11 Football says, I took Ben's betting advice and I lost everything.
No.
Please, 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-GAMBLER, 11 Football. 800-990-3776. All right, I'm starting not to be able to keep up with these. This is good because then I can send them to the boss man. So, yeah, 800-990-ESPN, the Cardinals Talking text line.
Love and Football
Positives and negatives.
Brad is KBN's AJ Hawk. Is that a positive or a negative?
I think that's a positive.
That's a
Is
negative.
that? I
AJ
would've
Hawk
been-
just kind of exists
He
on
just
Pat
kinda
McAfee.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he's like the I don't watch Pat McAfee because I only support Kyle, Brust, and Norman, even though you support anything ESPN.
Yeah, support fellow punters.
Yeah, but I just assume that he brings the expertise
He doesn't
of being
do much.
I see him with cigars in his mouth.
Brad's like, I'm not, I don't do much, guy.
I hope I'm not the dead weight of the show.
Oh wow, AJ Hawk's dead weight.
That may be too strong. But he doesn't do much.
He gets
The
paid.
other dudes in the room do more than AJ Hawk.
Josh DiMaggio, we get some internal positives and negatives here from the producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Mornings on 94.5 ESPN. The positives of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman are his appearances on our show.
Oh.
The negative is becoming relevance existence.
I can kind of agree with that. When he comes on, it's electric.
Josh always does bring it.
He does.
Expands our
Kyle,
vocabulary.
Not a big fan of becoming relevant?
I think it has its ups and its downs.
Mostly. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with our meeting.
Yeah.
He's got to be able to tell you we can't hedge.
Hey, we can all agree. Sometimes they suck.
Yes, and you got to be able to say that tomorrow.
And sometimes they're fantastic,
And
phenomenal.
you know what we're going to discuss tomorrow? Has becoming relevant run its course? That's what we're going to discuss.
Oh,
And
wow.
I didn't know that.
And I'm
Talk
okay
about
discussing that.
Killing it?
Maybe
Guys,
editing it.
Guys, these are things that are okay. These two act like things that are dying on the radio are death to like.
Could there be?
I mean,
it could be a rebirth
stages
of
of
something
grief.
great.
Could there be a different segment called literally Detective Stroph? Right? I mean, there's ideas here, Brad. We have to have these open conversations.
Out of death comes life.
Rebirth is real in the radio world, yes.
Wow.
Stroph would cry if we did not like Detective Stroph. If he came up with that every single week and we're like, it wasn't good. He's like, I put all this work
Kyle,
into this.
I got news for you. It wouldn't be hard to hear Brad out.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
now we're doing the meeting on the air.
Didn't need
Now we're
that.
doing the meeting on the air.
Hear Brad out.
Somebody say something bad about me.
I mean, there's so much.
Go ahead.
I mean, you sent a picture of yourself, and I thought something was wrong.
What?
Wait.
You can't just stop there.
Your childhood photo had me skeptical about your whole past and where you came from. You sent a picture about the woodpecker, and I said, oh, something wrong with the man. It looked like Play-Doh.
That has nothing to do with making this show better. You're just attacking my past self.
I don't want to attack you.
Attack me.
I need you to be in peak performance.
Attack me.
No, I need you to be in
Tell me something I'm bad at. There's a million
Kyle,
things.
I'm glad you're the one.
You
that's
can't
in the
read.
spotlight right now.
You suck at Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
I mean,
Your takes are always wrong.
Kyle, I can take over if you'd like.
Go right ahead, Stroph. I don't
Come
have
on,
that in my
Stro,
heart.
fire away. Because if you fire, I'll fire back.
How about this? You say words and you sometimes don't know what they mean.
That's not. Yeah, that's true. But like that doesn't make the show better. Because it actually sometimes helps the show.
You don't listen
That's
very
true.
often.
That's a good one.
What was it?
I need to work on my listening.
I see what you did there.
Nailed it.
You don't really
Positive.
get us in trouble
Most of you
anymore.
fulfill your bets. There you go.
Anymore.
Ben, you got us in trouble a year and a half ago.
You grew from it.
Actually, I got myself in trouble. It really didn't hurt you guys.
No, I was on vacation. I just had a longer vacation.
Yeah, Kyle wasn't here. I just had a long vacation.
I was like, well, I guess I guess I'm going to the
A lot
family
of
reunion.
becoming relevance are terrible on the Carbless Talking text line, specifically from TC, some more internal.
They're all from one person.
Very internally hated.
Ryan from Iguanago, positive. Most of you fulfill your bets. Negative, Kyle does not fulfill his bets.
I'll have you know my mound is bumpy right now because I fulfilled the bet.
But there's another area that's not bumpy.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness I did not do all that air because then I would have been so upset.
What's not bumpy right now?
Test on Plaque, Weiss, and Manchers Bein Freud.
What does that mean again?
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Well, vengeance est on Plaque, Weiss, and Manchers Bein Freud.
Oh my God, this one's so real, loving football. Strofe talks to Ben like he's a kid who got picked on in high school and became his bully's boss.
That was too much to follow.
I agree. Again, the whole reading thing, reading comprehension, that's a negative for the show.
The show or you?
For me, which also hurts the show. Speaking of not bumpy, a repave at Road America last year.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Good.
Smooth as can be is that Road America, where they have concession stands are like, oh man, transitions. Give me a positive for that in the meeting tomorrow.
They're in the middle of needing praise all the dang time.
There you go. See, I'm getting it out of you guys. I'm getting you out of you. Negatives for Ben Brust, 800-990-3776. Since these two can't give me honest feedback, I got to pry it out of them. America's National Park of Speed is Road America. Come see a race of the legendary 4-mile road course. You can camp on site all weekend. I love camping out there. Hot dogs for breakfast, brats for lunch, burgers for dinner, steaks for dessert. You bring your food, you bring your booze, you enjoy a good time. Spring Vintage Weekend with the SVRA is up May 16th through the 18th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. That's roadamerica.com for tickets. Love it. Yes, we're getting some feedback now.
There's some good ones.
Some real good ones here on the Carbless Talking text line. 800-990-3776. Feedback for our show. We have a meeting tomorrow morning with our bosses, and your feedback may be in our meeting. More with your feedback. It's really good. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl. Yeah. And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 20th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Baltimore Orioles.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 20th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Men's wedding bands made from whiskey barrels and meteorites.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Discover an unreal treasure this May at Potawatomi. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Unreal treasures this May at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, The Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy The Bog.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC, Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breeze Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
It's WTMJ's Brandon Snide for Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. With summer just around the corner, Wisconsin Harley-Davidson is gearing up for another year of riding adventures. Join them May 17th for their annual Bikes, Blessings, and the VFW. Start the summer off with a bike blessing on May 24th. Their annual honor celebration is happening with a ride to Wisconsin Memorial Park to place flags to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Both events will have live music, food, and so much more. For more information, go to WISHD.com or follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Sponsored by the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Can't wait for the post-bachelor party weigh-in because I got a place where I can get right with a strong body, a strong mind, and a strong community. That's the Princeton Club, Madison locations, and New Berlin location in the Milwaukee area. It's a fantastic place for you to get better and start your journey, whatever the goal is. All the best equipment, clean health club, open 24/7, free childcare with the membership. When you walk in, you know it's going to be a home where you can get better. So stop in, get a tour, and find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. Feedback coming in hot on the Carbless Talk and Text line for our internal Kyle, Brust, Norton meeting to get us better. Send the negative feedback to me since Brad and Kyle can't handle it. 800-990-ESPN. Yeah, you guys really sound
are coming
like
out
you
here
can
brought
handle
out. It's about as painful as it can be for me.
I know how great KBN is, and I know how great KBN Nation is. So.
You're trying to butter them up.
Them up.
No,
yeah.
I'm going to butter them up. I know they're great, and we're great.
Let's go to Riley Yauk on the board in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. Riley, one positive and one negative about me. Go.
All right. Well, first, before I get to positive and negative about you, I have one suggestion. Kyle, you've been very critical of Brad and Strof's led segments. I want to hear you lead a segment going forward. I don't know what that's going to look like, what it would be.
That's good.
But that would be something I'd be very interested in. Ben,
interested in that. Okay. You want to hear more Kyle? That's what I get out of that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're taking any and all feedback.
Ben, I think you're doing great at driving the show. I think you've grown a ton as a host in that regard.
Love the 23-year-old telling me how I'm doing.
And negative is that the first time I ever popped the mic on Scalzo and Brust, you said you could beat me in a fight. That is not true and was mean. So that's a negative.
No. Give me a better negative. That's a cop-out. I need a real negative.
I think he was calling you a jerk without saying
It's fine. Give me a negative about my ability to host this show. Go. Come on.
Negative, you just scrounge for praise all the time, and sometimes it's a little frustrating to listen to.
Oof.
That's good. I got something out of Riley, and I can't get anything out of you two, and I work with you every day.
That's the guy. Say it again. You work with us every day. I ain't got time to have you over here salty, all upset, going to Greg Scalzo talking about these guys. I ain't got time for that.
Now, here's a guy. See, but that's how you get better. That's how I get better.
No, I don't.
You got to tell me I'm looking for too much praise.
Wait, time out. Did anybody here believe Ben Brust does not think that he knew that he is always looking for praise?
No.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're
I know.
Oh, really?
I didn't know words of affirmation was my love language.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing changing.
I can work on it if you make it a conscious effort in my mind.
How do you work on it when it's like a part of you?
Exactly.
It's who you is.
I can put it aside for the greater good of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, because that's what will get us to better places.
Change yourself from the inside out?
No, it's just working on something that I'm doing that's making our listeners be annoyed, like Riley Yauk, who has some stones to actually say something negative about me.
But it's
hard to listen when I'm trying to get people to say nice things about me. And now I'm given a chance to say people. Good. Yes.
It is a talk show, though.
I know, but it's like, me.
Yes, less Ben. Kyle wants less Ben. All right, got that out of him. Brad, now your turn. Come on. Hit me. Give me a little.
Even
bit.
more yap. It's about me. Hit me. Tell me more about me. He's the only one here there crying for people to assault him verbally. He the only one. Only one. Me.
Brad?
Nobody cares about you, your wedding, or anything else.
Yes! We got Kyle. We broke him.
They didn't break me. I'm just,
Finally, you're being honest.
Goodness, I've never seen somebody like wants pain. You're a weird guy. You got some weird kinks, man.
That's another good one. You got some weird kinks. You're a weird guy.
I would say you still interrupt us too much.
Yes! This is good.
But not as much as it was before.
Good.
We have worked on that.
But again, Brad, just say you interrupt us too much. Don't hit me with
you have improved. You deserve credit.
I don't need the credit.
He loves a good compliment sandwich.
I do. It's true.
He only knows compliment sandwiches.
Negative compliment.
Yes. I'm going to butter you up. I'm going to take you down, and then I'm going to bring you back up. Not all the way, but just a little bit.
Should we be concerned that Ben is ready to eviscerate people in this meeting?
I think you guys should be concerned. I'm going to bring the heat.
Tomorrow.
We be concerned.
Ben is going to scorch earth the room.
I might, to be completely honest.
It sounds like that's probably
I got time on the couch to write all my notes tonight.
If one of us isn't here at 2 o'clock tomorrow, you know why.
Well, that's for Madison and Beaver Dam who leave us. We're still here for the 414 hour at 4 in 2 minutes. I love this. Don't go anywhere.
Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out.
Slowing down along 43 southbound from just south of Hampton all the way down past Center Street. Then you're back on the brakes from Fond du Lac down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Northbound slowing down from Kilbourne all the way up to Keefe. Westbound 94, you're seeing delays from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard with the eastbound side tightening up coming out of the Stadium interchange to 35th. We've got southbound 41 slowing down from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. The northbound side is heavy from Watertown Plank Road up past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, patchy fog, mild with a low of 51. Tomorrow, morning fog, partly cloudy skies, isolated showers, otherwise a high of 66 at the lake, 75 inland. Weather's brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. The Spring Vintage Weekend Series is coming up May 16th through the 18th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
There it is. That's the Kyle segment of the show where he just brings us into the third hour.
Short and sweet, baby. Just all like it.
Hey, I'll just say this. That might be the last one ever.
Oh, wow.
Oh. I can tell you this. No, it won't be.
Oh, wow.
Tell you that much.
I am on the edge of my seat.
This is about our show meeting tomorrow.
Unless
414 hour at 4 with Kyle's dad.
Unless our show's getting one less hour?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Are you saying you will not relinquish your grasp of the 414 call?
How are you going to stop me from saying 414 hour?
Just like that. Strofe turns your mic off.
It's the 414 hour 4 on KBN.
I think he turned all of our mics off
It's
so
the
no one could hear. Okay, we get it. We get it. That's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust. That's
Say
Brad
it, Tori.
Nortman.
What is it?
The 414 hour
at
KBN.
4.
Oh, yeah, he messed it up. See, you didn't even brand it good enough that Tori didn't remember it.
Last one ever.
I need the music in the background. I work better when I hear the music.
That's Tori Lowe on a Tori Lowe Tuesday. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Listen on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. You can see us there. Tori, what's going on, man?
Hey, it was a lot going on my show today.
Really? What was happening?
It's time to bring you into what we've been doing.
I'm here for it.
It's going to be tough, but I need. Are you an honest person?
Let me lock in.
Are you an honest person?
Yeah, I try to be.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Like I said,
You need to give
somebody
me-
ask me a question, and it may have some legal ramifications. Then I don't know.
There's no.
I got a right to remain silent. And I plead the fifth.
There are no Miranda rights being read to you in this
okay,
segment.
good.
There are no
All right,
legal
then I'm all right. We
obligations.
good.
You need to be honest and give us the negatives of our show.
Oh wow.
Honest, Tori.
I'm not on it enough.
Ooh. Self-serving. That is my boy T-Lo.
I got to throw that in there.
All right, T-Lo.
I need more love.
I like that.
So, what does this have to do about us? You
Too
need
much-
more love?
Too much Ben.
Yeah, yeah. He likes to do a lot of that yap, talk.
Too much Ben? I interrupt too much, I hear.
Too much Kyle.
Oh, wow.
Too much Kyle.
Tori.
I know where this is coming. And
Sure.
Brad is always neutral.
Oh.
Is that a positive?
Let
or
me
negative?
guess what the last one is. Not enough Strofe?
Not enough strong.
Yeah! Thanks, Tori.
I'm just messing with y'all.
There's a rebrand starting tomorrow.
Is the KBN opening song up for
KBNS.
debate? Everything's up for debate. This is a show meeting where you can have impact on changing the way that we provide you, Kyle,
So,
Brust, and Nortman.
Tori, since you said there's not enough me, I'll explain what's going on here. So tomorrow we have a show meeting, which we do twice a year with our boss, Brian D. We are going to sit down and we are going to hash out a positive each of us brings to the table and a negative each of us brings to the table. We're going to talk about different parts of the show. Maybe we need to change some things. Maybe we need to kick Kyle off the show finally. Maybe
Oh, wow.
sorry, did I say that out loud?
Kyle's the flavor.
Oh, that one slipped. My bad.
Kyle's the flavor?
Kyle brings the flavor.
Yep.
So what do the rest of us bring?
How is he the flavor? What he likes?
Do I bring the potato salad?
With the raisins in it.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not going to lie, you look like that. You look like you bring the potato salad with raisins.
Yeah, you know,
the healthy version.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody likes that.
And Ben Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Rush.
Yeah.
Ben Rush.
He has the, the more, affirmitive ideas.
Yeah, flames, right? He likes to
Yeah,
stoke
he
the flames.
likes to stroke
Yeah.
I'm not a
the
fire
flames,
lighter.
yeah.
He's
The last 30 minutes, I literally just tried to light a fire.
Yeah.
I understand
you did.
that.
You're going to bring him in tomorrow, too.
Yeah,
I'm
I guess
sure.
so.
I think this show has great personalities.
Thank you, Tori.
I mean, the different angles. Nobody personality is the same. And you want that diversity. So I love it. I love it. Everybody has their own niche on this show.
Powerful.
Everybody's bringing their own ideas, and it makes for great talk. And I love it.
That's good to know,
Thanks, Tori.
Makes me feel reaffirmed.
Six-pack Abs chimes in. This will be tomorrow, Strofe and Friends.
He'll take it.
That'd be a hell of a show, I'll tell you what.
Who would be your least frequent guest of us three?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's already me, so.
Yeah, we know that.
Go into that, yeah.
I don't know.
Come on, dude. Have a take.
It'd be Kyle.
Yeah, you never asked me on Mr. Irrelevant.
You have a show during the same time.
I mean, before that, you never asked me.
That's not true. You were on episode 8.
Episode 8. What are you on now?
Tomorrow will be episode 253.
Oh, you're on a big drought.
Would you invite me in for
not a lot of flavor on Mr. Irrelevant?
Not at all.
I would need to, like I tried to implement when I became the producer of the show, screening here, Brad.
And I killed that. I said, no, only I will know.
And who was that an advantage to?
I think I've done quite well.
Brad has cooked.
I take offense to this. Drop Kyle at a baseball expert. Take huge offense to that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That actually,
Benny Seaman.
of all the comments on how to make our show better, maybe we just don't talk about it enough. Do you want Brewers? Do you want Bucks? Do you want Packers? Do you want Badgers? Do you want nonsense? Do you want Tory? Do you want Taus? Do you want Jason?
Everything.
More? Less Strofe?
Sprinkle of everything.
I think a sprinkle of everything.
Little sprinkle.
Sprinkle.
I think it's a lot of sprinkling. I hear a lot of sprinkling. So, like I said, you want the sprinkle because you want to.
You want the sprinkle.
It makes the ice cream taste better.
The ice cream that the Packers are whipping up, the sprinkles on top are not good sprinkles.
Transition, Benny. He strikes again.
Nailed it. Jaden Reed and his agent wanted to hear from the Packers. Do you like me enough? He wants to be assured that he's going to be the number one target guy, the number one wide receiver. So you got Jaden Reed going to the team. You got Romeo Dobbs, who went AWOL. You got Dontavian Wicks, who was tweeting emojis when Josh Jacobs, rightfully so, thought it would be a good idea to add a wide receiver one because, again, if he feels that way after watching the drops that the team had, he can feel that way. And then Christian Watson's dad hates the Packers and thinks they're stupid for drafting Matthew Golden. So, yeah, I mean, the Packers wide receiver room is a little bit
divish.
Yeah.
Divish without having the quality.
Right. And the irony of it is, a year ago, they were all playing that I'm not a diva card, right? We're all for one, one for all.
I'll say this, when you bring in somebody as a number one pick, it kind of shakes up the locker room because now here go this energy that's, I think that now that they have this guy that's supposed to be coming in, the speedster.
The golden boy.
He's getting all this attention. He spoke out at the draft. Everybody love him. And sometimes you feel a little neglected. Hey, I was out here busting my derriere trying to get yards. I can see why Reed can feel a certain way because he hasn't. Hold on,
he's top 5 in drops since 2024.
I understand that, but
you produce, then there ain't no questions.
I'm talking about ego.
Okay, that's real ego.
I'm talking in ego.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is we praised a lot of these wide receivers. We loved them,
we did.
And I think that now their ego is kind of being tapped. Hey, wait a minute. You got a guy coming in here that's not only getting more praise, and Green Bay fans actually feel like we got a great deal out of the draft. So I think that now the egos are starting to come to the forefront. But when you didn't even see that at first.
But it's inevitable, right? Because I know that we like to think that, an NFL player is, we'll put the team before self, but the reality is, these guys want to make money.
Right.
They have a short time in the NFL, so push comes to shove, they're going to put themselves first. It's just rampant over the course of the NFL.
Do you ever see this in a locker room?
All the time. All the time. I mean, contract holdouts, guys not happy with production, targeting, playing time, things like that.
Yes.
Not trusting the coaches to put them in everything with Joe Barry. Everyone's like, you know what? I am not being put in the right position to maximize myself, and I'm going to miss out on money because of that.
I need the shoe contract. I need the big deals.
Right. So
I can't get the big deals if I'm not put in a position.
Well,
show the skills.
Well, I'll say this, is that the biggest disappointment for me is that you can look within this division and you see where there's two, I would say a 1A and a 1B potentially with a lot of these different football teams. 1A is clear cut. So I'll say 1 and 2. I mean, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch you got out there in Detroit. You got Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. That's a great 1-2 punch. I don't know why Jaden Reed doesn't look to his east and his west and say, oh, okay, well, now I got my Jordan Addison or I got my Jamison Williams or whatever it is going to be. But I really am disappointed by the fact that he was challenged by this instead of encouraged by this. You have support coming to help you. Nobody's mad at you, bro. It's every other receiver that's underperforming.
And I agree, but I'll tell you this. I've seen ego tear up a lot of things. And when you get superstars in a room or people who think that they're superstars, and like you said, drop balls, when crunch time came, who was actually the one that could actually overcome certain, things that come with crunch time being solid. You don't see that with these young wide receivers right now because Romeo Doubs used to be that way.
He was.
And then he got a concussion. Then we found ourselves looking for the guy. Chris Watson went down, and so what we got? We got to draft another wide receiver.
Well,
And
what
we
I
drafted
look
two wide
forward
receivers.
to is I feel like
when
when you look at the room and you see what has transpired, there's a little bit of a victim mentality going on, but that still doesn't mean that they're going to be a victim forever. They have the opportunity still. There's a whole offseason to prove that everything that's been said or tweeted doesn't matter because it's just going to be about production now. That's ultimately what it comes down to.
Contracts are coming up too.
Yeah.
So you then got two new wide receivers. My contract coming up. Am I expandable? When my contract comes up, am I going to be preparing this next season to go to another team?
Dobbs.
When your contract comes up, become a little bit more sensitive, right? Going into year 3 or Dobbs and Watson going into their years.
Were you sensitive?
I was a little sensitive.
No, I'm serious.
I was because I was going into my final years in Carolina, and I wanted to maximize my stats. Sometimes the punt philosophy game plan didn't call for that, and I would do it, but I wasn't happy about it.
Did you ever go against the plan?
Not purposefully. Not purposefully.
Ever? You never put yourself above the team, and do you think that? No, I'm being serious. You never put yourself above the team. The problem, which is okay.
The problem,
did that hurt you?
The problem is it would have been obvious, right? Because the punt calls for something. Unless I just mishit the ball, then it's okay that I wasn't trying to do that. But if they said, "Hey, we're going for a 45-yard punt out of bounds," and I rifle it 60 down the middle, like that, they'd be like, "What do you do?" They can tell in my steps. They can tell with how I'm punting the ball. So it'd be too obvious. So no, I never did it purposefully, but sometimes.
Should have did in Jacksonville.
You was one.
I should have. I should have. I don't have
Stick
time
it to the system.
that was the ultimate. I will do what you say and get screwed for it.
But you're a good guy.
And
that
I'm
makes him
less
feel
fortunate
better
because of it.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Salt on the wound.
6-year veteran locked in. He's gonna have health insurance the rest of his life. You're gonna get the retirement too from them. Yeah, you're fine.
How you like it, Tori?
Hey, I like it right now. I like what I'm seeing right now with the Packers.
He likes it right now.
I'm kind of interested now. I'm thinking I'm kind of seeing where Goody trying to go with all of this.
Hey, is Tori?
It's more competitive.
This song made me think about your wedding. Is Tori moving up that list for the wedding?
We need to send out the formal invitations to get more RSVPs.
Are you RSVP?
Am I on the?
You couldn't have.
Yes, you can. You can RSVP anytime.
Yeah, y'all didn't pay attention.
Yeah, it's on the save
the date. The first one to RSVP, wasn't I?
You were one of the first.
See?
He opened my eyes to the fact that we had everyone invited to the wedding, invited to the welcome party. Thank God he said no. We're like, we didn't want him at the welcome party anyway.
I was like, welcome party. I said, oof, I don't know if I want to go to that.
Are you doing buffet style at your wedding?
No.
He's too bougie. I saw a thing that people are doing. You get your food served in the order in which you RSVP'd.
Ooh, I'll be quick.
Isn't that smart?
That is smart.
Make sure you get all the RSVPs in.
Nobody likes to be the last table eating.
That would be a nightmare.
You won't find your name in the search, Tori.
Oh, wow.
Tori, I'll let you know where it's at. I got you.
Yeah, I'm going to just come and just look from a distance.
Mark Chmura, former Packer, Super Bowl champ, had some words for these wide receivers. Hit on that in the NBA lottery. A whole lot more coming up next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head? I don't even know what that is. You have to
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB big inning at night.
Head.
I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Eastbound 94, just past Highway 164, we've got a crash off on the right shoulder, so watch out for that. Delays kind of continue all the way through the Barker Road area and then back on the brakes from about 70th Street all the way through the stadium. The westbound side slowing down from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Back on the brakes just before Highway 100 all the way into Waukesha County to Elm Grove Road. Southbound 41, watch for those backups from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Patchy fog, mild with a low of 51. Tomorrow, morning fog, partly cloudy, isolated showers possible with a high of 66 at the lake, 75 inland. Weather is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Dugout 54 Milwaukee, Maxwell's Cedarburg, Hart Milwaukee, Papa's Stash Big Bend, and Who's on Layton Milwaukee. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jackson Churio Star Wars night bobble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers cribbage board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at brewers.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, if you are looking for that true local community bank, then Bank 5-9 is where you should land. Bank 5-9 offers so many ways to make your life better. That is indeed their mission statement, making lives better. They make lives better in the community with thousands of hours, literally thousands of hours their employees spend volunteering around and nonstop charitable giving. When I follow them, I see them all over social media. Check here, check there, giving nonstop to the local communities. And of course, they're going to make your financial life better. Whatever it is that you need that touches your financial life, Bank 59 is there to offer you quality service, top-notch reliability, and always that personal touch that only Bank 59 can do. So if you're looking for that true local community bank that is here making lives better, see how they can make your life a little bit better. Check them out at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
For those who missed it, Jason Tatum did go already through surgery.
How's that possible? There's no swelling?
I mean, maybe they drained it. I don't know.
Probably quicker. I mean, probably can't swell up if you just go right to
that night.
Here's a clarifier nobody needs. I am not a doctor.
But
does that tell me it was that bad of an injury that they had to rush him to surgery that quick, or am I just speculating?
They probably were in a hurry just to get it as soon as possible. If they knew it was torn, they just said, all right, let's just get
knock
it over
it out.
with.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Dame's was done the very next day.
I will say, Kobe tore his Achilles, shot free throws.
Boy, I know Kobe.
Dame
that was so hard.
tore his Achilles, walked off like a G.
He didn't walk off. He got help, I thought.
He walked around in the locker room and behind the scenes afterwards.
Oh,
and they had the video cameras on him. Thanasis Antetokounmpo opened up on Thanalis' show about him tearing his Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
He kept playing.
Huh. Bro.
He thought it was just like it was a full tear.
I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah,
and Jason Tatum wheeled off.
Come on now.
I'm just saying.
I'll say this. Jason Tatum is not a millennial. He's a Gen Zer, and Gen Z a little different. So I'm just like millennials. We're a little soft, but we got some toughness in us.
For somebody that always says another generation is soft, you are awfully soft and concerned about other people.
No, I'm just pointing out the obvious. We're having a whole conversation today talking about Jaden Reed tweeting out stuff and having to contact his
I want to get back to the Gen Z energy of the wide receiver room.
Gen Z energy right there.
Defending the Gen Zers.
You can't help but see the Gen Z energy.
You got an old head in Mark Chimura, who I'd love for Mike Holmgren to be coaching this team right now. What he'd be saying to these wide receivers. Here's an old head on Jen, Gabe, and Shuey this morning talking about the wide receiver room of the Green Bay Packers.
Sounds like this receiver room is full of a bunch of babies. You had Dobbs last year. I'm not playing because I'm not getting enough targets. Well, turns out you were getting the most targets of everyone. Now Jaden Reed, do you like me or do you like me like me? I mean, this is ridiculous. Why don't you take the bull by the horns and say, all right, you drafted the number one receiver. I'm going to show you I'm better than him, and I'm going to do it on the field instead of calling your agent and I want to trade. It's ridiculous.
Do you like me or do you like me like
that
me?
That was such a great line.
Well, this is why I wanted to hear from Chewy on this perspective, because part of me feels bad because I'm calling out the Gen Z, but they don't know any better, if that makes sense.
Well,
right?
Chewy was a parent.
Well,
Gen Z, so.
maybe it's parenting, but here's the thing. I'd be calling myself a fraud here, because at the end of the day, in this event that we're doing at the Orpheum in Madison for Made 'Em Believe about the 2015 Final Four team, yes, I was part of the 14 team, but there were times that I thought about transferring, but you had to take a year off. For sure, Frank Kaminsky in his first 2 years, the way that things were going for him until he had an opportunity to really start growing. The team wouldn't have been together if it was today's NCAA.
100%.
And so it's part of me is I stuck through it. I got to the other side, made a Final Four, and then the next year those guys came back and went to the national championship game. Because of all that circumstance, I grew in a certain way, and I'm happy it happened that way. But I'm a fraud because I would have left, and a lot of people, I don't know that, but I probably would have. Even Coach Gard told me in my face, I didn't even have film as a freshman, and he says, you would have left as a freshman. And he told me, this was 2 years ago that he told me that, before the money is even what it is now. So he himself, the head coach of the Badgers, knows the impact that the way that players are treated at young ages and what they're able to access at such an early age of money and opportunity just by saying, I want to go elsewhere.
Well,
it's just different.
There's that component, which is truly an issue now for college kids that have experienced this type of college and then going in the NFL. But football is unique in that it's a sport that doesn't cater to the individual. Like they don't care unless you're a quarterback. The diva mentality does not pay off. You could be a basketball player and you could be so game changing to your team that you can be catered to, and it's worth it. But in the NFL, the mentality that Chewy just said, that was when I was playing, that was more pervasive. That like you get what you earn. There's no crying. Step up and be a man.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think those who do have that mentality find more success because you just got to be a grinder. You absolutely have to be a grinder. And in life, this is the one thing that I hate because we talk about college sports now. College sports, the landscape has completely changed. And as a student athlete, if you don't play early on, Luke Fickell even talked about it, where you could probably move on. They're probably pushing guys out the door because they're going to bring somebody else in because, it's all about how can I win today. But overall, we need to have more of these guys, right? And that's why I think the leadership Jordan Love needs to display, he needs to let these guys know, we are going to have ups and downs during the season. If we can't handle us drafting more talent for a football team to make us better without getting in our feelings, that's a problem. Jordan Love needs to have a heart-to-heart with all these receivers and say, listen, the offseason is over. We're now returning to minicamp, and we're focused on being the best football team we can be. If you're nervous about Savion Williams taking some of your reps, then ball out whenever you get a chance to touch the football. That's what it has to be. It has to be you versus the world to elevate the team. And you're going to get paid if you elevate the team.
Well, and football is so hard that you almost need that mindset, right? It's so much grit. It's so physical. It's so mentally and physically taxing that most players, just to survive to the NFL, you have to take on that mentality. But now the guys don't have to go through that kind of gauntlet.
I just wanted to read a quote from something that you will know exactly what it's from, Brad.
Ooh.
If we don't come together right now on this hallowed ground, we too will be destroyed, just like they were. I don't care if you like each other or not, but you will respect each other. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll learn to play this game like men.
Tell them, Coach Boone.
Coach Boone, remember the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
What? And maybe we can come in with, I don't know if we can play objective, like just movie lines. Before every single game I played for Carolina Panthers, Mike Tolbert would take
running back.
Would take the aux cord of the locker room. He'd plug it in, and he'd play the Al Pacino speech on any given Sunday.
Inch by inch.
You just saying that gave me chills. Like it literally right.
What did it give you chills for? Punt the ball?
I'm still nervous heading out there. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm about to play an NFL game. But literally, that type what you just read that reminded me of that, where there's a level of grittiness to playing football. And look, I know I'm a punter, but there is a level of grittiness to playing football, and a mentality any different from that is going to put a lid on your career.
All right, let's go to another old head who, I don't know, is going to try and be the smartest guy in the room. Ron and the Key, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line on this generation of Gen Zers.
Yeah, I'm not an old – I mean, I am old, but I'm not an old head mentality. I think it's lame take, like old take. It wasn't that they were tougher. They weren't smart enough to know they had leverage. They let the league – convince them of this crap of play like the team, put the team first. The owners never cared. No offense, but you were suckers.
Nah,
this
I disagree.
generation's smarter.
No, I disagree.
They're so replaceable.
No,
they're so replaceable.
That is the whole.
And this proves it. Matthew Golden being drafted proves I can replace you.
Who in this world thinks they can't be replaced? Y'all think for a second Jaden Reed can't be replaced?
Sure can.
Like there are a whole bunch of Jaden Reeds inside the NFL or coming inside the NFL. Matter of fact, there's some Jaden Reed probably on a roster that's a sophomore who can't wait to come to the NFL to replace Jaden Reed. Like, stop it. Let your play on the field do the talking, period. But everybody can be replaced. We've seen that. Devontae Adams left and the Packers still went on to win football games.
Even the quarterbacks.
I was just going to say, Favre went on to leave and Rodgers won a Super Bowl 3 years later.
It's how it goes.
I'm not disagreeing with the fact that everybody's replaceable.
All right, come on, Gen Z. Come on, give us that Gen Z energy.
But I think the point that Ron brings up is fair. You didn't see contract negotiations. You didn't see holdouts. You didn't see players trying to leverage themselves for bigger contracts and generational wealth like you are here. Now, this play with Reed, maybe it doesn't apply because he's not up for a contract, but he is. This one is a little soft. I'm not going to lie.
If you're Justin Jefferson,
No, let Sharman
and you
finish.
sit out-
Let Mr. Sharman finish.
Nobody gets offended more on this panel than Kyle.
Come on, Mr. Sharman.
Positive and negative meeting tomorrow for Kyle Brust and Nortman. It's going to get petty quick.
It's going to get interesting.
Come on, Mr.
What was your
Sharman.
question? I'm sorry, Brad.
I was just saying, like, it depends on who you are. If you are not being paid commensurate to your production, I can totally understand that. Like, if whoever is on, if Puka Nacua, when he eventually comes up for it, he is being criminally underpaid right now.
Trey Hendrickson?
Trey Hendrickson's a millennial. What you got to say about him, Kyle? He's under contract for another
He's
season.
the
production is there.
That we're talking something completely different with a contract holder. We're not talking about, you guys drafted a defensive lineman.
But he's under contract. Shouldn't he value his contract?
No.
He has leverage that Jaden Reed and the
Does
Packers wide receivers do not.
But I don't know if this is to the anti of Ron making a good point. I don't know that this was necessarily a leverage play. It sounded like a reassurance play, which is strange.
Which is also
but
soft.
also, I imagine this is
and
all,
the whole like me thing that Chewy was saying.
But I also I think what Chewy said was mostly correct. I think this is probably overblown as to what it actually was. Like, I don't think Jaden Reed was actually in the meeting. I think it was Drew Rosenhaus and somebody, Matt LaFleur.
But Drew Rosenhaus isn't doing something without Jaden Reed's knowledge.
I think he's checking the box because he just got hired by Jaden Reed.
I think
he's saying, hey, I've got your back, so when it comes to a payday down the road, that Drew Rosenhaus says, hey, look, I stuck my neck out for you. Look at all I did for you. And I think
I told him make sure you get targets.
Bingo.
Just don't drop them, buddy. Yeah. Tell us about UWD.
Oh, let me tell y'all about UWD. Listen, y'all know it was warm out these last couple of days, and I came home. And, we have the heat set to about like 67 in the house, and I came home yesterday. I said, oh my gosh, this house is warm. I said, baby, what's going on? It's warm in here, and it wasn't even that hot. It was hot yesterday, but I got home late. And it was because of our brand new windows from UWD. My house, all the heat from yesterday, it stayed in my house, KBN Nation. I absolutely love Universal Windows Direct, and I want you to love it too. And May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season, and you can improve your home with Universal Windows Direct. Right now, during their home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. Yes, half off your windows. You heard that right. You can upgrade your home with beautiful, energy-efficient windows for half the cost, but it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months. That is a whole year to enjoy your new windows before you have to pay a single cent. I want you to enjoy your windows just like I do by calling 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today, or visit universalwindowsdirect.com. This May, celebrate comfort, curb appeal, and serious savings with Universal Windows Direct. And like me, you'll be saying, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I woke up and said, I love my windows.
Professor Big Daddy J.A. John Anderson scheduled to appear around 4:45. We'll get you there next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Eastbound on 94, we do have a crash just past Highway 164 off on the right shoulder. Delay stretching back to Highway 16, but they also continue all the way past Springdale Road. We've also got westbound 94 backing up from just about 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, from the zoo all the way to the county line as well, and then on basically from Springdale Road all the way to Highway 164. I-41. We've got backups southbound from Appleton Avenue, pretty solid, all the way down past Capitol. Northbound's backed up from Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Silver Spring. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Patchy fog, mild with a low of 51. Tomorrow morning fog, partly cloudy with an isolated shower, a high of 66 at the lake, 75 inland. Lake Lawn Resort offers everything you need, from lakeside rooms to gourmet dining and the luxurious spa. Relax, recharge, and enjoy the best of Delavan. Book your stay now at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's happened again. Another local organization switching to business technology from James Imaging Systems. This time, it's St. Anne Center for Intergenerational Care. CFO Sally Parente.
We were unhappy with our previous vendor. It was always a big production. We also had some issues with pricing.
And now with James Imaging Systems,
The service, the value, and the ease with which we can just keep using their service and not having any big headaches. We're getting value here as well.
just what you'd expect from James Imaging Systems, a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed company. AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation.
I love that they're a local company. They've been a wonderful business partner for St. Anne Center.
Make the switch to James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Whether you're a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Milwaukee's Theater District. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, artist in residence, and nightly live music, you'll enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com.
Looking for a Milwaukee tradition? It's Saz, and for nearly 50 years, Saz's have been serving up award-winning ribs that'll make your taste buds dance. Don't miss our festival-famous mozzarella marinara, the appetizer that put us on the map and keeps Milwaukee coming back for more. Whether you're heading to a game or just catching up with family and friends, make Saz's your place to go. 55th and State. Saz's, where memories are made and stories are shared, one delicious bite at a time. Saz's State House, the finest. A Milwaukee tradition since 1976.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Welcome back. If we don't come together right now on this hollow ground, we too will be destroyed.
Coach Boone! R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I mean, the actual Coach Boone is dead, not
Actual
Denzel.
Oh, yeah,
I was gonna say, Denzel's not dead, is he?
Yeah, I mean, but it's based on a true story. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Strove.
T.C. Williams
hasn't seen Remember the Titans. That's
criminal.
Yeah, I mean, it's Strofe. The kid, he couldn't play any sports.
Oh, there's nothing that gets me more fired up than Remember the Titans.
What's that have to do with watching a movie?
Forget about him. Alan, you're in. Now listen here.
They're not going to gain another.
I don't want them to gain another yard. You blitz all night. They cross the line of scrimmage. I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
That's really good.
Thank you.
That's really good.
I practiced that 1 or 2 times in front of the mirror.
Do you know what the movie's about, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
So if you know what the movie's about?
It's about football.
Oh, okay. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, it's about football.
It's much bigger than
Especially
football.
with Kyle asking that question. Football?
Is that not the answer?
I mean, it's part of it.
It's deeper than that.
It's much bigger than football.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, I just want to movie quote my head off right now.
Let's stop talking about movies. Homer's coming in. We don't know.
After yesterday.
Let's move on. What are we talking about?
I just want to reiterate I don't know if Homer will agree or disagree on this. The Mavericks getting the number 1 pick was a great thing if you want Giannis to be in Milwaukee. Fair or unfair?
I mean, I never gave it that much thought to connect the two. If you say so, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't.
That's a win.
Yeah, I
He
would take it
agrees.
as a win.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's all made up. They cheated. They've been cheating all the way back.
They've been cheating.
It's
Homer.
amazing.
Tell 'em.
They've been cheating back. LeBron James admitted when he went to Cleveland.
Oh, wait. What did he say?
He said, "Hey, I go to Cleveland. Derrick Rose goes to Chicago. Who else went somewhere else?"
Did they do the draft lottery when
First,
the Bucks
Patrick
drafted
Ewing.
Kareem?
No, it was a flip of the coin. They won the flip of the coin with the Phoenix Suns.
They wouldn't logically put Kareem in Milwaukee.
No,
if they were
rigging
rigging
the tank back then. The 2 worst records, the one in the East versus the one in the West.
And you flipped a coin?
Flipped a coin, and the
I
Phoenix Suns lost.
would rather go through the NBA lottery system not knowing if it's rigged or not rigged, and you can believe whatever you want. I don't want them to give me visibility. I want them to do what's going to create the most drama.
I kind of like it, too.
I thought last night it wasn't rigged. Then I saw it's just amazing every year.
What did you see?
If it's truly 1.7%.
I mean, when LeBron
Yeah.
says he's right, like Cleveland.
And then after LeBron left, what did Cleveland? They didn't just get one. They got 2 first-round picks. They got Anthony Bennett where they messed that one up, and then Kyrie.
But if you're going to rig
Wait, they got 3.
Wouldn't you want Flag to go to San Antonio to play with Wemby? Or is it about market size? You say, oh, Dallas is huge, and...
It's a good storyline for the league that somehow they messed up and still got rewarded with the number 1 pick.
Yeah, that is crazy.
1%. Give me a break.
That's the thing, is if they're going to put the percentages in my face, it seems like the 1% is happening more than a 1% would happen over the last 30 years.
I mean, I feel bad that I didn't have the guts. Did anybody go on the various sports books to see what money you get?
They were probably
on
a lot
Dallas.
of money.
On Dallas, they usually put a limit.
They can't. It's rigged, so they can't bet on that.
Well, they don't believe it's rigged.
No, it's
rigged. Well, but
I mean,
somebody believed that it was rigged, and I guarantee you made huge money.
So don't you think
Dallas.
it would be completely based on the odds? It would be 50 to 1.
Huge.
Right? Roughly
Well, I
50
don't
to
know.
1.
Usually they don't want to lose too much. So, but whatever. I haven't seen. I looked it up and I couldn't find it.
50 to 1.
Yeah, you can't convince me any different that it wasn't rigged.
But is that a bad thing?
I would say so for teams like Charlotte that suck.
Well, they're going to suck anyways.
Well, I mean,
With Flag, that might be okay.
yeah, I mean they're adding a whole bunch of assets of tall guys, I guess, over there. And
is it a bad thing? There's no evidence that it's turned out to be a bad thing.
Exactly.
For example, LeBron going to Cleveland was really smart.
Yes.
Wait, how do they do the lottery now? So it used to be the ping pong, it used to be the envelopes.
They
then
hide
the ping pong balls.
They do it all behind the scenes.
So we don't know.
And there's an accounting firm behind helping this.
Is it computer generated?
How we cheat
I think they
and
do.
how, or
I think
whatever
they
it
still
is.
do the ping pong
Do we
balls.
cheat them and how?
They do it. They do it behind closed doors.
Yeah, it's percentages
behind
now.
closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
Not an open mind.
Ernst & Young. That is the accounting
They
firm.
get
It's a reputable accounting firm.
I'm sure that
They've also been indicted for fraud.
Well, they all have.
Listen,
they don't have any idea.
Sounds
They have
okay.
no idea what's going on.
Their name's just on it.
Somebody.
I don't know how they do it. Somebody's got to work.
They're not going to sue me
How
for
is it?
slander.
Is it ping pong balls behind the scenes?
I thought it was something. Who knows?
They should bring that to the surface.
They
That'd be a
should,
thrill.
yes.
That's like the Powerball, the ball's
A little bit
rolling
different.
down.
I mean, that's fun,
Powerball
but somebody
sorts.
wins millions and millions and millions of millions and millions.
A franchise does that, in fact.
So Giannis is staying in Milwaukee. We're all in that consensus.
Well, I don't think it
How
changes
can you be
that
a
much.
consensus? Really?
Tell me.
I mean, I lean in that direction, but when you say that, you all agree he should leave.
If Giannis,
If his number one goal is to win a championship and he is okay
How about we
wasting 2 years?
You know what? No.
What?
I'm standing. I'm gonna stand here and say, Giannis, your best opportunity to win is here. just in case you're listening.
Why are you smiling?
Milwaukee wants
Yeah, you smile.
best
You're a bad
opportunity.
liar.
You're lucky you're not white because your nose would be so big. Have they changed Pinocchio and
Wait a minute, white?
crap array?
You do know Pinocchio's fake, and white people's noses don't grow.
Pinocchio is fake?
You haven't seen Strofe and Brad's
Really?
noses?
You're going to tell me
those things
Santa
grow
Claus
daily.
next? What's the order here? Easter Bunny? What?
I don't even
Trying to ruin the world?
Kids know Pinocchio's fake.
Actually, yeah, I mean,
It's a
now
movie.
that
I guess he
think
was
about
white in the movie.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Everybody.
I think he should tell us about Citizens Bank.
Yes. It was. I did do better than yesterday, though. I'll always do better than yesterday.
Yeah, and you can do better with your banking services and partnership and where you bank at when you bank at Citizens Bank right here in Wisconsin. And what I love about Citizens Bank is they have so many different options for you to level up. If you're thinking about getting a checking account, they have that. If you're thinking about buying a home, they have that as well. If you're thinking about just doing some investing, they can help you with that. I'm telling you this right now. If you are trying to just be beyond covering your expenses week to week and that's not going to cut it for you, you can work with Citizens Bank and they will help you level up. So find your new banking home at Citizens Bank by visiting citizensbankwi.bank. That's citizensbankwi.bank, and they will help you take the next steps. And what I love about them, Citizens Bank is local, they get me, and they care about helping people in the community. So how about you let them help you today by visiting citizensbankwi.bank. Visit Citizens Bank today.
Professor Big Daddy J.A. John Anderson of ESPN is next before the Homer Hour.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Craig Counsell bobblehead that was given away, and we, just did a nice, soliloquy. Is that the right word?
Yeah, like a montage.
Like a Virgil.
Vigil?
Vigil.
Vigil.
A vigil. We did a vigil.
Vigil.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnofthebog.com.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Hey, want to make your next meal a little less ordinary? Well, head to Quick Trip. Hey, we are so back serving up our legendary No Ordinary Chicken. Yeah, your dinner is hand-breaded, fried to perfection, ready to eat for tonight's dinner. Or you can buy it cold, sealed fresh for tomorrow's lunch. You know, we love to make life easier for you. This isn't just any chicken. It's Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken. Stop in your local Quick Trip today and taste the difference.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Professor Big Daddy J.A. It's John Anderson. Welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, John.
Hello, men. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Not as fantastic as the Packers wide receiver room. You know, everything's great over there. Nobody is malcontent. Nobody's asking for the football. And
that's what they said last year. And then the guy decided to leave work one day.
Yeah, that's true.
Unannounced. He decided he was not going to come to work today. So
you ever seen that happen before?
That sounds great. Well, sort of not with the Packers, you know, but that certainly is that's not an uncommon theme. There are a lot of guys that do that. Don't you think? I guess maybe not mid-season, maybe not after they painted this picture that everything was super hunky-dory, but it was unusual. But if you say everything's great, listen, they haven't dropped a pass. They haven't dropped a pass since January, so that's good.
Come on, Chris Berman didn't show up. He just signed for 50 years at ESPN. Come on, you got to have a Chris.
What do you mean he didn't sign for 50 years? He's been there total.
Years.
Well, he signed for 4, which will get him to 50.
Yeah.
Or
but, I mean,
5.
You got to have a Chris. You got to have a Berman story where he didn't show up or he big time.
Never.
Somebody.
Never once,
Whoa.
man. That is the power of the Schwaz Boo. Is he is not like that.
Boo.
Well, the what?
Schwaz Boo, that's his nickname, I guess.
You got that's sort of like Boomer and then the Schwam, and it's just the Schwaz Boom. You know. Yeah, when he came through. So good for him, man. He was always very good to me. And
Berman's nicknames were the best. I don't know how he comes up with all those nicknames. They're brilliant.
And he was really good to me on the way out the door. We did the last thing we did together was when OJ passed away, and we had to kind of walk that line like, hey, don't forget he was a great football player, because so many people didn't remember that, and you had to kind of do that. And then we got done, and we were chatting, and he finally said, yay, 25 years. Congratulations. You didn't F it up. Good job.
that is amazing. Add impersonations to John Anderson.
No, everybody does a boomer. It's varying degrees of good. I don't know that mine counts, but everybody does a boom.
Do you guys have power rankings there for the boomer impersonation?
If we did, there was a producer named Evan Anderholm who'd win hands down. You know, he's always, because he fits in boomer. Like everybody can do a little of the back, but he kind of like just takes regular stuff. Like you're going to go in, like Bob Seger and the Bullet Band used to say, we're still young and still running against the wind. We'll be right back. And he was just fantastic. Yeah.
So good. John, the big news story this week, Giannis open-minded to maybe going to a different team, potentially forcing the Bucks to trade him. National media clamoring for that to happen. But here in the great state of Wisconsin, we kind of want to protect our superstar. And we as a show basically have said, unless he walks through the door and says, I'm not playing for the Bucks, not even going to consider a trade. Where do you think the Bucks are with this? Is it better to just say, you know what? We don't have a championship window right now. Let's get as much as we can for Giannis. Or do you ride it out with Giannis for as long as possible, even if they don't have a championship team?
So Homer and I spoke about this a little bit last week, and I am on the horse that just says, let's ride him till the end. Let's go the whole way. And part of the reason I think that is because, one, he always gives you a bit of a chance with him. I might think about changing the head coach, but I think I stay with him. And the reason I feel like he has done nothing in his, decade plus here to show that he's a whiny brat superstar, that he's going to James Harden his way out of town. Right? James did that the second he got tired in Houston. He was out. Brooklyn, he was out. Like, there's nothing that we have ever seen in.
That's a good point, though. Push come to shove, does Giannis have it in him to do that?
Right? I just don't think that's him. He's not shown any of that. Not in his play, not the way he talks. It would just be so out of character. Now, it makes the next year tedious every time. Like, where's he going? Is this it? You go to some state. Oh, they're in San Antonio. I wonder if he makes it or switches locker rooms. And I just think it's so hard to get value back for guys like that. I know it was a while ago, but I was there when in Phoenix, my first assignment, wouldn't you know, I'm driving out and they trade Barkley on the way on to take the job in Phoenix. And my first assignment is I'm welcoming Chucky Brown and Robert Horry and Sam Cassell and Mark Bryant to town. And you're like, it just wasn't this, like, I just don't think you can get fair value for him. So you don't have any draft capital. I guess you get some back, but people trade away draft picks like they're nothing anymore. So I don't even know how much, like Oklahoma City's great and they've got 13 draft picks. And, what does it mean? What did they get for Bridges in New York? They traded like 5 of them away. So those even seem like peanuts anymore. So keep your superstar, as long as he doesn't throw a fit, keep him the whole time, ride him out. And then if he wants to go, he's given his time. He deserves to have a shot at it. But I wouldn't cheapen it, and I wouldn't just send him away for peanuts or 10%, because I just don't think you're going to get anything fair enough back for him. And unless maybe Dallas calls and said, you want to take Cooper Flagg, then I might think about it.
Do you think you trust that the Bucks have the right general manager to be able to rebuild around Giannis? Because that's what you're going to have. 2 years from now, this roster is going to look very, very different.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily a GM period. I don't know. Do they have the assets to put around him with that? Like, he built a championship team once, right? And they won. I guess I applaud the idea that he went after Lillard as a way to build around him. And they sold some things out. So I don't know, you can't build if you don't have the stuff. And part of that's his making. This is the way they chose to go about it. Didn't work. And now you're handicapped a little, but no, I think Horst is okay, right? And didn't he just sign an extension? You can't fire a guy 5 minutes after he just signed an extension.
The Milwaukee Bucks will.
Yeah,
Bucks,
right.
Bucks still paying
Griffin lasted 43 days or whatever, 43 games. So you never know. But keep